yesterday, like I said, Fern came over and then just kind of kicked it, to be honest. I had no plan. I got offered a gig and it was super last minute. And did I tell you about this?
You're like, I kind of don't want to do it.
Well, yeah, I mentioned I didn't want to do it. But what happened was I got offered the gig last minute. One, I don't like last minute gigs. And two, if I'm not familiar with the singer too much, I'm a little more hesitant. Just because more often than not, it's gonna be a little bit of a train wreck. And I'm at the point now in my musical career where it's just I don't want to butcher it. Like I don't even want to run that risk. I just want the music to sound good. I want to serve the music as best I can. And so he texted me and he asked me like, "Hey, do you do duo gigs?" And I was like, "Yeah, like what's your song list? Send me your song list." And he's like, "Oh, it's not with me." And so, oh, okay.
First red flag.
Right. And I'm like, "Well, who's this with?" And then he tells me who it is, and I don't know who this person is either. And I was like, "Okay, well, can you get me a song list? Like I don't want to go in there blind and not know any of this person's songs."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, I got you. So he says, the gig is from 4:30 to 7:30. I was like, okay. Doesn't tell me where, doesn't tell me how much, just that. Those are the only details. So I was like, okay, all right. And then hours go by. And I'm waiting for the song list. And I'm like, you know what? It's about 3:00.
Yeah.
I don't think this gig's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. Fern hits me up and he's like, hey, it's beautiful outside. He's like, this makes me want to cook ceviche and kick it with the homies. Like, you know, like it's summertime vibes, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, honestly, my gig is pretty much canceled. Cruise it. And he's like, all right, yeah, I'll cruise. So he comes over and then as I'm waiting for him, I'm just kind of working on a tune. And then he's like, oh, I want to show you one of my tunes. But then he wants to listen to what I was working on. And next thing you know, like we're critiquing each other's things. You know, His song sounds great. It's gonna be released pretty soon. Mine was something I just started like 2 days ago because I said that, you know, doing this podcast is actually like a great vehicle as well to promote our other shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a poem that you want to read or you have a show, like you could, you know, plug that.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know, our intro song / outro, it's the same song, something I did for the podcast, but this new one that I'm working on, like, I don't know, maybe I'll attach it to the outro of one of these podcasts soon.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but has it been slightly different almost every other episode or something?
The song?
Yeah.
No, actually, it was slightly different.
From like one to another.
From like episode 2, obviously, which is the one that's now like that kicks off the YouTube channel. From episode 2 until around, I think maybe 5 or 6, it was a little bit different every time.
Mm-hmm.
But now I like remixed it the way I like it and mastered it, and now it sits and sounds nice. And yeah, Fern said the same thing. Cubby, when he came over, said the same thing. Nick, when he was here last week, was like, dude, this sounds great. You should just release it as a single anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I mean, I might, you know.
Morning Drinkers theme.
Yeah, the Morning Drinkers theme.
Yeah.
And so the song that I'm working on right now is a little, actually it's not a little, it's drastically different than what is on the intro. And I said the stuff that I could do on the intro, like that stuff comes quickly. I can make those kind of things like real quick. But this is like, I'm trying to challenge myself to branch away from that a little bit.
I don't know, that just like sparked something in my head right now.
What?
Have you, besides Star Wars, is there a theme song for like a show or a movie that just like bangs that like you even have like on your like list on Spotify or something?
Man, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Well, like Cowboy Bebop's got to be on your.
Oh yeah,
like Tank is on. Tank is on. Yeah.
No, but like I got other ones on there too. That I'm like, fuck, these are hard, dude.
Well, like name a show because I'm drawing a blank.
There's an old show called The Planets, and the theme, dude, I geek out to the like I listen to it every time. I don't know if
What was
I don't
that
know,
on?
I don't think we can play.
No,
music.
what was no, we could honestly I played some shit last week that the mics aren't going to really pick it up.
Mhm.
So we could actually play anything.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say just put on Spotify and then theme from the planets. I think that's the theme. That's the title. Theme from the planets.
Theme from the planets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I don't know what. So what was this? What's the show about? What was it on?
I've never seen the show.
What? So you just found this?
I just found yeah that one.
Theme from the planets. Okay.
And I'm assuming some sort of like Star Trek show or something.
No, well, maybe this is just the title of the song.
No.
Watch, like, let's Google this as well.
You know, okay. First of all,
Cool.
but before you even Google this, look at me real quick. When you're listening to this, you don't think it's like introducing cast characters?
No, not at all.
Captain Spock, or like
Dexter Wansel, theme from the planets, 1976. I feel like there should be a Wikipedia. Here we go. Dexter Wansel. I'm gonna pause this right now. I don't want to get like flagged for something. No, dude. See, it's just a song.
no,
It's just a song,
you're
man.
killing it for me.
No,
man.
it's just a song.
You're killing it for me.
I just blew your whole thing, dude.
No, I mean, I do have Cowboy Bebop's theme.
Right.
And I have
Cowboy Bebop's dope. Like the music is dope.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
You were
not
good
knock
with that,
that.
yeah. Fuck no. Oh, honestly, it's like anime theme songs.
Well, yeah. Because what's the other one that you like? The shampoo one.
Yeah, Samurai Shampoo. That's
With
Nujabes.
yeah. So of course you're gonna. Yeah, I can't think. But see, I watch different shows than you. Like, for example,
Stranger Things. Everyone has that theme song on their iPhone.
I don't have it on my. I kind of won't listen to that. It's a cool like little theme song, but I'm not gonna listen to that.
I'm like thinking now, dude. Like
Yeah.
there has to be one that just bangs.
No.
Dude.
What was the Malcolm in the Middle one?
You're
Remember
not
that?
the boss of me now.
You're not the boss of me now. That was the cutback. Because when I was a kid, like that's the kind of music I used to listen to anyway.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. If you're taking it back,
Well, yeah.
yeah. That song is hard, dude. Yeah.
Right? See, Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
But like, I can't think of anything else. Like, Saved by the Bell.
Okay, then what's okay? Not one that you would have like on your phone, but which theme song do you like from a show or original score from a show?
I don't know. You know,
None of them. They're all cheesy as fuck to you.
it's not that they're all cheesy. It's just like, for example, there's been many a times when you've come over
Mm-hmm.
and I'll have like The Office on. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like when you watch a show consistently and you watch something like The Office or South Park,
It's always sunny.
It's Always Sunny, things like that. You've seen it so many times in its background to you that I usually just skip the intro. I don't want to hear that song anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, dude, that's a banger.
No.
It's just, I don't know. It's a theme song. It's cool.
One Punch Man.
I haven't seen it yet.
That theme song,
It's
like
good?
it's like super rock, like metal, like. But it's for some reason it just gets me pumped, dude.
Dude, you know what? There was a fuck. It was like on Cartoon Network. See, Diego would know this one. There was a cartoon with two cats that were like jet fighter pilots. No, it's
What?
yeah, dude. There were like two cats that were jet fighter pilots, and I think the character's name, the one in the front of the cockpit, they would like share a jet. One in the front was T-Bone, and then the other one was Razor. I'm almost positive.
I don't like it.
No. Like the theme music used to get me like pumped because it was like,
Really?
yeah, they were like running to their jet, and they were like, yeah, I'm pretty sure
The days, okay, because in those days you couldn't skip intro.
you couldn't because this was like Saturday morning cartoons.
So
Spider-Man's
yeah,
cartoon in the morning used to get me.
yeah, you would like sing along to it.
Yeah.
Like, Spider-Man.
Well, it wasn't that one. This was like the newer like 90s version.
Oh,
But yeah. I mean, I would sing to that too. That's
yeah.
cool.
Um,
Oh no! Fuck it. No, now that we're taking it back, the X-Men theme song.
I don't remember the X-Men.
Dude, no, the X-Men theme song is crucial. We're just gonna play that shit on
Mhm.
YouTube right now. The X-Men theme song is the shit, dude.
I don't remember the X-Men theme song.
Did you watch X-Men growing up?
No.
Oh, well, that's why you don't remember it. intro. Look at this. It's got to be. Yeah. High quality. Here we go. And of course, there's a commercial. I'm this close to paying for YouTube.
Commercials, dude.
This is great.
Well, we don't call them commercials anymore. They're ads.
What is this? I didn't click anything. What is this bullshit? Toonami. I forgot my drinks in the freezer.
I was going to say.
I'm going to have to go get that shit. Hell yeah.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah. But the only reason I know this isn't because of the show. It's because people have sampled this.
Oh, well, yeah. It was classic, dude. This was such a good intro all the time. It was like, this pumps you up.
Yeah. When rock was everything, dude. Now it's all like, it's like hip hop beats and R&B, but
yeah,
like
but
before it was all rock.
But
dude.
you play this now, kids are gonna be like, "Fuck yeah!"
It's actually kind of the reason why I like Cobra Kai a lot, dude.
Yeah. Look at they're charging at one another. You got Professor X, Magneto.
Juggernaut, bitch.
That's the one, dude.
That's the one. No.
That's the theme song for me. 100%. That's my theme song right there.
Power Rangers theme song was pretty cool too.
I'm gonna get my drink.
Yeah, go get your drink. I'm over here still thinking about theme songs. Modern show theme songs that I really enjoy. Well, I've also noticed that a lot of shows don't have original theme songs anymore either. They just use, they get someone's music, someone's approval to use their licensed product. Like Big Mouth's going through changes. Which I like the Black Sabbath version.
Dude, I actually stopped watching Big Mouth. I don't know why.
Well, after the second season, it just got kind of
a little redundant.
Yeah.
And
they turned into a show now instead of a show that makes a statement.
Yeah, and I didn't really see that coming. Like it was so enjoyable the first season or two. And I just kind of thought
it was so relatable too.
It was so relatable, but I just thought like they would they would kind of continue it somehow because obviously South Park, there's it's a kid cartoon, but for adults, and so is Big Mouth, and I just kind of assumed Big Mouth would do kind of something similar, but you realize no, they're tackling a specific time, and I think that kind of pigeonholes them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they should I think they should have just kind of ended it.
And going back to the Cobra Kai thing. One of the reasons why it's so enjoyable for me because it's
it's relatable.
It's the relatability of and also the idea of we're going I remember when shit used to be like this,
right?
Instead of just constant because we already live in the politically correct now.
Yeah,
that sometimes looking back at how mean things were is kind of fun,
right?
In a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to encourage any foul mouth, foul play.
Fucking do it, dude. Fucking do it. I don't care.
I mean, we were talking about it earlier, how I went to a certain job site at a certain place here in San Diego, and people were saying jokes that to a very sensitive audience would be very, very racially charged.
Mm-hmm.
And wouldn't be allowed. But everyone was comfortable enough with each other, or at least they didn't give a fuck if we were. Right. But they just did those jokes, and yeah, they were racial, but
Say
not
one.
racist.
Say one. Say one.
Oh my god, I'm okay. Fuck it, because I laughed.
Oh shit,
I laughed so hard when this motherfucker said it. Dude.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, fuck, dude, this is clever. So he's joking on he's joking on one of his crewmates. Again, like we're the contracting crew.
Right.
So we're showing up to their job site.
Yeah.
So like if anything, we're the foreigners. And this guy's going up to his guys, who one of his own crewmates, and he's making fun of how dirty his rig is, his big semi.
Yeah.
And he goes something like, I can't remember word per word, but something along the lines of like, man, your rig, look at it, it's filthy. Like you couldn't like pay the extra $5 to get the wash. You had to give yourself a little Chicano wash. And at that point, I looked at my employee and I was like,
what's Chicano wash?
What's that mean?
Let's look up Chicano wash on Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary. And it turns out, oh, you want to wait for the actual definition? Yeah, so I don't butcher it.
Yeah.
I want to be precise.
Urban Dictionary, Chicano wash. Boom.
I like that it greets you upon opening the page.
Sorry, we couldn't find Chicano.
Oh, put it same.
Chicano car wash?
No. Let's put it together. No space.
That's weird. Chicano wash. So it's Chicano wash.
Chicano wash. Using
Not
the gas
Chicano wash.
station windshield cleaner to wash the
your
entire car.
These cheap asses in front of me just pull the Chicano wash. Dude, this is from 2012.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, again, a lot of people would have been insulted by that or taken back. I laughed my ass off. I was like,
well you should.
I was like, that's kind of funny. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care what you think. And then later on, he jokes on the same guy and then tells him like, oh man, like you're all over the place, man. You gave yourself a Puerto Rican shower too. And that one I knew. That one I knew, yeah.
That one is the Axe body spray, right?
Mhm.
Right?
Puerto Rican shower. You just kind of like make yourself smell presentable temporarily.
That's so funny because I never really associated that with Puerto Ricans. Yeah.
But it's because you have to keep in mind that
Kenny might be Guatemalan, but he always seems to take a Puerto Rican shower before he sees Emily.
Kenny might be Guatemalan.
That's the best.
But okay, so actually it goes into what I was about to say. Like my Asian brethren, we clown on all Asians. Just like Latinos make fun of other Latinos, dude.
They just make fun of everybody.
That's true. But yeah, so like I've heard Puerto Rican shower before growing up.
Mhm.
I've heard like another thing that like you know how I guess the right term would it be bigot or racist against like Salvadorians?
It's the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you are a Latino, I guess it would be more bigotry because you're not white.
Yeah.
You know, it's
so weird.
It's a color game. It's stupid. But yeah. Yeah, so it's big. It's bigot.
Most Mexicans like talk shit about Salvadorians, and most Salvadorians talk shit about Mexicans and Cubans. It just everyone talks shit about
usually just the further south you go.
Yeah, that too.
It's like a chain of command.
Yeah. Brazilians get made fun of as well because they're like they don't even speak Spanish.
Right.
Yeah, like
that's the only one in South America that doesn't speak Spanish.
So I don't know. Like I said, I've heard fucked up jokes like this growing up, dude.
Right. I did too. But
only until recently, since they started trying to push that Latinx movement.
Right, and you know what? I didn't actually think that was going to spill over into the Mexican and Latino culture.
But now I'm seeing it.
It's making waves, and that's crazy. That's wild. I really never thought because that's gonna totally, if they really adopt it, you're gonna have to completely alter that language.
Yeah, I mean, the argument that a lot of places would say would be like, well, it's not our language to begin with. Right.
But the thing is, like, Spanish isn't the only language that has masculine and feminine. Though. There are a lot of languages that have that.
The majority
I would say majority
of
the world has that.
And the Romance languages.
Dude, but even Germany.
I was going to say the Germanic, Anglo-Saxons.
Yeah. So it's odd how this movement, which is still relatively small, it's a minority faction, is, if they succeed, are literally going to change the whole lexicon of the human language.
When I started noticing it, when like Vice en Español was throwing it in there, I was like, is this because it's like a Vice progressive thing?
I think it's a Vice thing.
And I was like, I'm not gonna see. Like, they're probably gonna be the only people doing this that I recognize.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing it like other like major like newspapers or not newspapers, magazines and shit.
Right.
Like out there using it. So
I just think if people are bored, because what that is that you're having, because they're learning it from here. Like, here's the hub.
Yeah.
The U.S. is the hub for that shit. So you're having kids from Mexico or that at least have Mexican heritage going off to college, and then very liberal schools, and then they go back home, and then they teach their parents, and
they bring it back. Yeah.
They bring it back, and then that's how it spreads.
Like one of my favorite things to do at football matches is the
Soccer.
Football is the football is the puto.
Yeah.
You know, like you're
which is like so mean if you do that here.
It's so mean, but like obviously Mexico's not gonna stop doing it. You
still
go to the football games and like you still hear it. But I remember when FIFA made the statement and it was like, we're gonna ban it for the World Cup.
Right.
And then
how do you regulate that?
Exactly, dude.
Like, you're gonna kick out the whole side of that stadium?
But then like I think Brazilians were doing it too. Like other people started adopting it. I don't know if it's something they've already done before.
I don't know. I mean, puto and puta is the same in Brazilian, so, or Portuguese.
Yeah, so it became this whole thing, and now like I don't know if they're trying to push it in Latin America as well, but like I said, they're not. I don't see my community, at least my hometown soccer team, not doing.
Stay strong. Stay strong. Keep that shit alive. That shit's funny. You can't please everyone.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I rub people the wrong way so many times, and it's just like, and then I saw, this is branching off into something. I woke, I didn't sleep well last night, so I woke up really, really early, like 5:30 early, and just fucking on Facebook or whatever. I see an article, some bullshit article where it's like, oh, dogs can tell if you're like good or not. Like, they can sense that you're a good person or not. And I'm like, I'm going to click this.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm going to click this.
Did you look at it and be like, fuck it. Like, all right.
Yeah, I was like, no, because I was like, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. Let me click this.
Or did you click it to like prove it to yourself that like you are a good person? Like,
yeah, both, man, both. Because I'm sick of people thinking I'm such a douchebag. And it's like, hey, listen, I'm a douchebag, but your dog loves me. What does that say? You know what I mean?
I remember in sophomore year of high school, my friend at the time gave me a book for my birthday.
Yeah.
And it was called Assholeology.
Hell yeah.
And it was the science.
Look up because I want to see this.
And oh my God, I have a side story about this, but point is, he gave me the book, and it's a satirical read, but a lot of it, again, if you really, really want to, it'll make sense to you.
The science behind getting your way and getting away with it.
Yeah. So it's the science behind how to become the perfect asshole.
Oh, wow.
And it's not a self-help book. Like, again, it's satirical.
Yeah, clearly.
But there is something in the book that, again, I'm going to butcher it, but it came along the lines of like, a douche is hated by everyone, and an asshole is usually hated but tolerated.
Okay.
And it says something because, oh no, not a douche, a dick.
A dick.
Yeah, and it says something along the lines of everyone's got an asshole, so it's like it's fair game.
Right.
But it's like once you start being a dick,
or
like once you start being like a cunt.
Yeah, because dick is cunt.
Yeah.
Is the male cunt, but cunt is still like.
Yeah, it's a hard word. Yeah.
At least in this country.
It's like it's not a fair fight anymore because like again, like the asshole everyone has, but like only not everyone has a dick, not everyone has a cunt. So when you're like wielding your genital, it's hated. Like you come off as bad. Like people will call you a dick and people will call you a cunt. Yeah. People can admire an asshole. I know a certain part of our organization here really admires assholes.
That's very true. Very true.
The figurative and the literal.
Yeah. This sign is it's coming apart.
No.
It's
It's
great.
gonna sustain.
It will stand the test of time.
Foundation of our organization.
It'll stand the test of time. However, I was talking about this yesterday. I think it was Cubby, and he was like, "You gonna get like something else?" And I said that I think it'd be dope to get like a neon sign.
Hell yeah, it'd be dope.
think
But
it'd be
this
dope.
is just temporary.
Yeah. But I'll look into it.
Mhm. I think like okay, our phones listen to us, dude, because
Not as often, not as
Three-
much as unless if like we have iPhones, so we have a little more protection.
three podcasts ago is when you brought up before we started recording the neon sign.
Yeah.
And I want to say last week I was going through Reddit and Instagram, and I got ads for neon, like custom neon signs.
Okay, but are you connected to my internet?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
I researched. If you're sharing that Wi-Fi network, that shit is also how they get into your. So it's not necessarily that it's listening. It's because if I've searched for something and we sharing the same like Wi-Fi, it's basically gonna send you
So
the shit that I'll.
so
look
the
for,
people
too.
that reap your Wi-Fi
Yeah.
get your commercials as bystanders.
Potentially, yeah.
All the porn and all that.
Hell yeah, dude. They're seeing a lot of
it,
incest.
yeah. What? Wait.
What did you hear? What did you hear right now?
I don't want to say that I researched.
It's research purposes
No.
exclusively.
No, on YouTube.
They have this on YouTube.
On YouTube, there's a guy that he does like face-to-face interviews with just random fucking people. And
Well, but so like he's on Omegle or Clubhouse kind of shit.
no, like he goes out to the world and he interviews these people. And
Oh,
and he uploads it on
okay. And then
YouTube.
okay.
And he interviewed an inbred family.
Wait, is this all gas no brakes?
No.
Oh, this is just some dude you just found?
Yeah, it got advertised to me on YouTube. I think the his YouTube channel is called Soft White Underbelly.
Dude, you are deep in the fucking internet sometimes. What the fuck?
Dude, when you're at work, when you go to these job sites, and they'll be, so you have to keep in mind, like,
Right.
it's all like we play by ear.
Yeah.
So you go to these job sites and they're like, hey, like this hole got canceled.
This hole.
As in like this manhole.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This hole got canceled.
Yeah.
Stand by until we get a confirmation for the next location.
So you're just chilling there.
And
out in the
sometimes that
field.
takes 3 hours, dude.
Right.
And I mean, you're getting paid to just sit,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool,
But
but
it's boring.
it's boring. And again, dude, like you have to keep yourself entertained. I got yelled at. I used to take books with me.
How long ago was this?
No, this is like years ago.
Okay, because I was like, dude, you're the boss. Who's yelling at you?
No. Years ago. I remember I used to take books with me,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "No, we need you like alert,
Right.
in case
Just
something
want you to
happens."
look important, like, because if you're in a truck or something that has the company name,
Yeah.
and you're just there with a book, like, it looks bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but everyone's on their phone. So yeah. So again, you're just on the job site. You're just on standby, just trying to keep yourself entertained, man.
Right.
Like I didn't,
Soft underbelly.
soft white underbelly.
Soft white underbelly.
He interviews like pimps and prostitutes and shit. It's funny as fuck.
Let's fucking pull this.
Dude,
shit
the
up.
pimps are characters, dude.
Pimps are characters.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I knew that ever since I read Iceberg Slim's Pimp. That was a great novel.
Is underbelly one word? I'm assuming so.
Yeah, that there. So
Prostitute interviews Tanya, Momo, follow up.
there, see, there it is,
The Whitakers. Holy shit.
dude.
What the fuck? That's insane.
This, and you just look at them like, how did the McPoyles not get like this?
That is
if
so
if their
crazy.
bloodline has not been tainted in over 1,000 years.
Right. This is so wild to me. Dude, did you I know you don't watch this or listen to it as much as I do, but Bad Friends, the recent one, they
Mhm.
fucking I sent you guys a clip, I don't know if you saw it, where Santino's making fun of Theo.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, they rip Theo a fucking new asshole, dude. Like obviously calling him an inbred,
It would have been funny if he was there present. Yeah.
Well, I mean, how it started, and you could go to the Bad Friends
Mhm.
thing. I'll probably show you after or whatever. Is that they sent a video, Theo and Schaub from King and the Sting. They sent these guys a video basically talking shit about bad friends and Santino and Bobby. And they're like, they want to go to war with us? They're going to go to war with us? And dude, they just started unloading. And I was like, oh my God.
What Santino was saying, cut the cord, dude.
Dude. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, this is.
Wow, dude. Look at his fucking teeth.
Some real
and
shit.
this just goes down a rabbit hole because you figure when you look like that, that's the
you kinda
face.
Want to stop, right?
Well, that's the face only a mother can love, and clearly that's the face only a mother can make love to. You know what I mean? Like this is fucking outrageous. Because you gotta like this guy right here.
I mean, I feel bad for him.
He looks like he's 19 years old with teeth of a toddler, but also at the same time of like a 70-year-old man. This is outrageous, dude.
I'm telling you, dude.
Oh, you know what? I did see little clips like this. That's so crazy. These people are fucking.
You can't say that word.
I can't say that word, but
I know what you mean.
Jeez, dude.
It's
dude. You know what?
sad, dude.
They showed this. They showed this. And fucking Santino and Bobby did say they were like, dude, this is Theo's family.
Probably.
Dude.
It's.
Oh, no. I can't watch that, dude. I don't care how bored I am on the job. That's rough, dude. That's rough, man.
When I came across it, I'm just sitting in the semi. I'm like, this can't be real. Like the entire time, I'm just like, this can't be real, dude.
That's rough, man. Are you cool with that? You don't want a glass or something?
No, this is fine. I'm not gonna lie.
It's bad.
But
it's a lot of sugar.
It's a lot of sugar. It's helping me because I'm a little hungover. But paired with the food would have been nice.
Right.
By itself, it's a little overpowering.
You want to water it down?
No.
No, you're gonna tough it out.
I'm gonna tough it. I mean, I'll be like hell. Yeah.
All right. I made these mezcal painkillers. It's
delicious.
It's a cocktail. Yeah, a cocktail. I basically mastered last summer, right in the heart of the pandy, and it's the weather's been heating up. I thought today would be a nice day to have one because I haven't had one since like maybe August. It's nice. It's refreshing.
Yeah. Okay. So you are good at making cocktails.
Mm-hmm. Somewhat.
Have you ever led in with that?
What do you mean? Like
in pursuit, or when you're trying to like pick up someone? I'll make a mean cocktail, or like.
No, dude, I'm so bad. I'm so bad at one-liners or anything like that. Like, yeah, for example, these dating apps. I feel like you were probably good at feeding like a one-liner. Dude, I'm so like, it's almost like if I were to meet you in person, I'm just like,
hi.
Hi. Like, I don't know. Like
pointing fingers emoji.
Yeah. You, me, like, I don't know. It's to me, because anytime I meet someone in person too, I'm not going to be like overtly sexual. It's just like,
until you have to.
Until you have to. I'm just going to talk to you like a person.
Yeah.
So this whole like culture on the dating apps where it's like, you have to
be a smooth talker.
You have to be super fucking smooth, and you have to have like it's like a crazy interview process almost. And it's like, you better sell and show what you got right out of the gate. Like, that's weird to me. I don't know.
That was never how I approached shit on the apps.
Oh, really? I thought.
I mean, I do consider myself to be a very smooth talker, but it was me trying out poems.
Well, see, there you go.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. Is that like, I'm not going to deliver you a poem,
and they would hit. When it would hit, it would hit.
Right.
A lot of times, it would be like, oh, that's clever,
Right.
But like, that actually led up to events. Yeah. A lot of times.
So taking it back to, I've never said like, I make a mean cocktail.
I bring that up because I remember Panama 66 before COVID. Omar was doing the Sunday funk jam.
Yeah.
And
Angle the mic towards your mouth a little bit more, I think. Yeah.
and Lal and I went to go check it out. It was like a Sunday. We're just like, fuck it, let's just go listen to music and have a drink.
Okay, yeah. I remember this.
You were there.
I remember this. I showed up a little bit later.
You showed up a little later. I go to the bathroom and I come back and some guy is like all over Law say and I hear him say like, yo, yeah, like I'm a bartender on the side, like I make really good cocktails. I've won awards, blah blah blah. And my girl's just like, it's cool, yeah. We're at a bar right now. Like, do you want to order one? What's going on?
Why don't you show me? Hop behind it. Yeah.
And I just remember he assumed that I was like her friend,
her brother, probably,
or her brother or something. And he didn't or he just didn't give a fuck. He was like, "I'm Mr. Steal Your Girl." Yeah.
I mean, he's won awards, dude. He probably didn't give a fuck. He's won awards,
yeah. So yeah, and then he like looked at me. He's like, "Oh hey, how's it going?" He kept going, like talking to her.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Yeah, so like, how can I send you my recipes?" And she was like, "I don't know, email." and he was like, "Well, what's your email?" And she looked at me. She goes, "Hey babe, give him your email real quick." And I just looked at him and was like, I love cocktails, dude.
This is gonna be great.
This is gonna be a great thing.
Yeah.
Thanks, but it's like,
that's a good move though.
It is a good move. My girl had my back, yeah. But what I'm trying to get is the redundancy of like, you're at a bar,
right?
Talking about you're a bartender, but you don't have a drink in your hand,
right?
I think he had like a water. Who knows? But it was.
Well, I mean, he might have been he might have just been completely full of shit anyway. I mean,
no, I got the recipes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got them.
Were they good?
I didn't try them out. Oh, I tried one of them out. I fucked up. It didn't come out well for me.
Okay, let's try these out. Let's have a follow up. Let's try this guy's recipes out. Fuck it.
He makes me like create cyanide or something.
He's like, fuck this guy, dude.
Like the anarchist cookbook,
right? I'd be interested in how to make cyanide. Did you see that video of that guy? Didn't I send that to you guys?
No, but I'm thinking, can you still buy the anarchist cookbook? Well, I'm pretty sure there's like a PDF file on, or like it should be on Amazon, right?
You could probably buy it on Amazon. You want to look it up?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it banned?
Let's buy it.
I feel like that would be a book that's banned.
Not in the free world, man. This is America. Let's just go to Amazon.
If it's on Amazon, it's. Oh wow!
Yeah, see,
there's two versions.
The updated, you got to get the updated 2013 version.
For $26,
hardcover.
You can get.
We'll get it tomorrow. We order it now. We get it tomorrow. Yeah, you get that shit. Paperback for 20. Yeah.
You want to know how to make cyanide?
I do.
Wait, Google if there's like a PDF version where you don't have to pay
for free. Oh, dude, I bet you. I wonder if it's on Scribed. You know what Scribed is?
Like an open.
It's an app or like a service where, honestly, I get a lot of sheet music that way. I think it's like $8 a month or something like that. But you get access to a shit ton of regular books too. Yeah, like regular books that you could. It's obviously PDF or even the audiobook version, and I get a lot of sheet music that way as well. I'm actually listening to a book right now through that simultaneously while I read this guy. It's cool. It's a cool.
Never
little
heard of it.
Yeah, Anarchist Cookbook Division 2. Let's just go cookbook right here. PDF. I forgot PDF. Put a
version 2000. The updated version.
Look at this. PDFdrive.com. You could fucking get that shit, dude.
See, like that's crazy, man.
Yep. Download 100%. Yeah.
That's so nuts that
you can get anything, man. It's the interwebs. This ain't China, dude. You can still get a lot of shit here.
And that's not even on the dark web, yeah.
Exactly. You can see some crazy shit on the dark web. By the way, it's kicking in.
Yeah, mine's starting to fade out. I think I might want another one later. Yeah. But
I have rum too.
I don't know if I saw it on one of our homies' laptop during the Maracuya YouTube live show, but they were using the Tor browser. You know which one that is?
I feel like that was Jesse.
I think it was Jesse.
I think it was Jesse.
Yeah, like I don't know. That shit scares me, dude. Like even though Tor apparently that one's like the regulated,
Right.
open, I call it internet, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's still like
It's a little freaky.
right,
It's a little freaky.
like that fucking show, the hacker TV show with the guy from Bohemian Rhapsody, the Egyptian motherfucker.
The actor?
Yeah, the actor.
I never saw the movie, so I don't know who the actor is. I know he played Freddie
Mr.
Mercury.
Robot is the show.
Mr. Robot. Okay, never saw it. It was on USA or something like that, right? Yeah.
That show.
I hear it was good.
Good, dude.
I hear it was really good.
Freaked me out about my cybersecurity though.
I'm sure. Honest, that shit doesn't freak me out, man. Like what? Like what do you want?
Lasers and aliens freak you out more than your identity being stolen.
No, lasers and aliens don't freak me out either.
But identity theft isn't something that freaks you out.
I don't have that much money.
Still though, what if they're like using your social security?
For what? All they have to
What
do-
do people use it for to begin with?
But usually they go after people that have money.
Yeah.
And they'll do. I don't have a lot of money. 2, there's an easy way to prove this. Since they have access to all that, and many people are going to have access to all that. They let's say they committed some sort of crime under my identity. All I have to see is that I'm here all the time.
Man, this guy doesn't do shit.
Yeah. It's like, no, dude, it
couldn't have
wasn't.
done it.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Look, I'm doing podcasts
Yeah.
all the time. Like I'm here, dude. This is my
Yeah.
alibi. Yeah, it's not me. It doesn't scare me. You want to watch me jerk off? I'll whip it out right now. You know, I won't, but you know.
I'm trying to think of how many people's houses that I've been to and I've seen like tape over their webcam.
Dude, there's a lot of people.
There's a lot of
There are a
fucking
lot of people.
dude. My girl's one of them.
Makes me question what Law's doing.
Well, she works for the government, so she's already
Makes me
freaked out.
question what Law's doing. But yeah,
Think she's an agent?
she might be.
A Burmese
They
agent.
go after the Fugees, dude. I'm telling you.
Fugees. Yeah, that's true.
They're
They
like-
extort them, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you don't really have a family. What else you got to?
Oh, what if that's what she's been told to say?
Oh shit, dude. What if her? Holy shit, her dad's Spider-Man.
He's out there fighting crime,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
But like, how many Russian agents are here? Again,
Well, I would go so far to say that there are
still
some.
undercover?
There are some, but for sure there are a lot more Chinese.
Oh yeah. Again, dude, like that book that I was reading, or that I'm reading, sorry, is fucking with me as well. The one of the KGB officer that infiltrated MI6.
Right. I thought you were done with that book.
No, I had to take a little break because work
Gotcha.
has been fucking.
Right.
Like, I get home and like pick up the book and I'm just gonna take a nap.
Dude, that's how I feel about this book right now. It's very textbooky.
It's a good book. It's interesting.
It's do you read Behave?
No, I'm telling you like how I feel
You're-
about my
you're-
book.
yeah.
It's like it's a good book. It's interesting, but
Right.
it's like
If you're tired, you're tired.
I'm tired. Yeah.
I can't read unless it's in the morning. Like obviously I could read throughout the day, but if it's something that for example, like a book I'm reading, whether it's something like this or even a novel, something fictional, like I just can't. If I read it at night before bed, I won't retain it. It gets me really sleepy, and I'll just pass out.
Mm.
And then obviously in the middle of the day, I'm busy,
Mhm.
so I literally have to read like in the morning, first thing when I get up.
Yeah.
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 And that's what I've been doing with this one for about like an hour or so in the morning. I'll read this, but it's very textbooky, and I feel like it takes me 20 or so minutes to like finally get into it, and then I'm like, okay. And then once it's like around an hour has gone by, I'm like, oh shit, I need to wrap it up. I have shit to do. I'm into it, and I don't want to stop. But it's like every morning, that's how it is with this thing. And I'm like, man.
It's like become routine.
Yeah, but it's like, is it even that good if it's, you know?
If you're having to do it instead of wanting to do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna power through. Fuck it. I know. I always have a little pen and I make little brackets or underline shit. Yeah. I don't know.
I've never been the type of guy to write in my own books.
I used to not, but then I was like,
Other people's books, yeah, but never my own, dude.
This guy eats dick. No, I never used to. It's been a practice within the past few years or so. I used to just want like my books to be pristine and always, I don't know.
When it comes to like my own personal library, yeah, like I even try to like not overfold them when I'm reading. Like,
I never like folding books either. I don't want to fuck up the spine or accidentally rip out a page.
Yeah.
But I've been highlighting or writing.
However, I was quite the artiste of school textbooks. Every page, dude, like
how many dicks?
A lot, but a lot actually. Like I'm thinking about it.
We draw as men, we draw more dicks than vaginas all the time
because they're easier to draw too.
That is true, and we're more familiar with how it looks.
Well, yeah, no shit.
We're just like, oh yeah, there it is.
Because it's something we've seen since day one.
Right. You see yours?
Yeah, sometimes. I'm trying to think of because we had honestly when the movie Superbad came out.
The treasure chest.
The dick treasure chest. Yeah. The Ghostbusters dick.
Yeah, lunchbox.
Lunchbox dick treasure chest. He says, we were like, we can outdo these motherfuckers, and we did.
So that's not veiny. I will show you veiny.
Remember George drew an entire scene.
What? Like a flip book?
No. Like it was like a legal piece of paper, so they're longer. And then like your regular like printer paper.
Yeah.
And it's like a landscape thing. And he drew like an entire city.
Cock City?
Yeah. An entire city and then like a giant like he called it Dickzilla. And it was like a Godzilla style dick like terrorizing the town. And then like little dicks on fighter jets like shooting the fucking giant dick.
Does he still have this?
No, I don't know. I can ask.
Get him on the horn. Get him on the horn right now. Fuck it.
Yeah, I just remember.
I hope he answers. I want to know about this fucking
dude.
So he had like a Godzilla dick.
Pretty much, but he drew the entire scene, dude. Like, like he spent 2 classes doing it, dude. And you don't
that's pretty quick and efficient.
I was gonna say,
I was never an artist, so that's crazy.
If you don't remember the class at Marion, they were 90 minutes, right?
Yeah, because there was blocks.
It was blocks, yeah. So he did 2 90-minute periods.
Wow.
And we drew the entire scene.
Nothing was learned that day.
Nothing was.
Get it on the mic if he answers. This is exciting.
I know, dude. I really hope he. I don't because
you have to save that.
He's kept drawings from kindergarten.
Oh, this is much more important.
That like it's like there's one that like his parents have framed still.
Imagine if they frame the dick one.
And it's like
it's on the fridge
it's
still.
3 circles with like lines, like yo.
Damn, Georgie.
On
a Sunday?
Yeah, 3 circles with like just like it looks like arms. I'm assuming, but like lines like coming out of them, and like smiley faces, and it just says in really shitty, like preschooler crayon, "My family." And his parents have that still framed, dude. Fuck,
that's hilarious. He's so loved. He's so loved.
He is, dude.
That's cute.
It's like
adorable.
They really adopted that like Leave It to Beaver American like
white picket fence.
Yes, like that's like
okay.
That's
did they might still. Did they have stickers at the back of the minivan?
Still do.
That's great.
Still do.
Oh man, my son's a dentist.
Shit like that. Yeah, those like license plate frames, like get your teeth fixed at my son's fucking clinic. Shit like that.
God,
yeah,
that's
man.
Beautiful. That's wholesome family fun.
It is. It's very wholesome.
That's nice.
Like when George would be like, "I can't hang out this weekend. I'm going like fucking rafting with my sister and my brother." It's like your sister and your brother are like 6. Like he's like, "Yeah, well, we do things together." It's like, "All right, yeah."
That's hilarious. So is he the oldest? No.
Yes.
Really? I thought he had like an older sister.
No. He's the oldest.
He's the oldest.
Even on like his like immediate family, like his cousins and shit, he's the oldest.
Wow.
So he didn't grow up like, for example, me. I had all my cousins are on the same age. We're on the
Right.
same age.
Yeah, I have like, what do you consider your age? Like, what's the range?
Like I don't like
Because like
3 to 4 years.
3 to 4 years. Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
again, I'm the youngest boy,
Right.
and
Like, how much older
and
is?
my oldest and the oldest boy is Hecky. He's 34, 35.
Okay. Yeah. See, I would like. I always wondered because because you and Diego are the same age, even though there's
Months.
like
yeah.
significant, like 9 months essentially separating you guys. And I never considered Diego my age, so I like wouldn't consider you my age.
Mhm.
But last week when Nick was on, he was talking to some girl that's 29. He's like, yeah, she's like our age. I'm like, 29 is not my age.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, it's close. And so that's why I'm asking, like, what do you
Mhm.
consider your age? Because Hecky, you're saying he's 34, 35. To me, I'm like, yeah, that's my age. Because I'm
Mhm.
33. If Hecky's
Yeah.
34, he's only a year older. That's my age.
Yeah.
Right. So bringing it back around, cousins, I have one cousin that's actually my age.
Mm.
Like, he's going to be 33 in April. And then he has a brother that's 2 years younger, and then a sister that I believe is like 6 years younger. And so, like, to me, like, I don't consider her my age. She'll hang out with us, but I don't consider her my age. The other brother I'll consider, I guess, kind of my age, but not really. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's interesting. It's holy shit, dude. Like, I'm thinking about it now. Like, that cousin that's a couple years younger, like, he's gonna be 30 soon.
It's crazy, man, when you've literally seen people grow up.
Dude, I was thinking about, so when you came in here,
Mhm.
what was I watching?
Pokemon.
I was watching fucking Pokemon.
And not just any Pokemon, the Indigo fucking
The
series.
original
Yeah.
one. The original one. I like a little nostalgia in my life. And so those cousins that I'm talking about, their names Chris and Andrew, they used to come down, or I would go up for the summer for like a couple weeks sometimes when we were kids. They lived up in LA. And I remember this was when like Pokemon was huge. When this cartoon like first came out. So we're talking about like 98.
Mhm.
They came down. And I remember like we would watch that. And so when I watch it, I like think about those guys. And it just brings back very fond, simple time memories where it's just like,
Yeah.
we're playing catch.
Yeah.
What,
or just like the shit that you would geek out over. Like,
right.
One of the super common things that I remember growing up in Mexico was like most like popular like major TV shows would have a lot of
Trying to get comfy.
would get like a lot of merch, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And one of my favorite like merch things to participate in was you would buy these. They almost look like magazines or booklets,
Mhm.
and they have they're like either entire scenes or episodes. And what you do is you go to your local store and you buy like, I don't know if it was gum or chips,
Mhm.
and inside the bag there would be like a little picture,
I know what you're talking about.
and you would have to collect them to
Right.
basically recreate the scene or the
yeah.
episode,
I remember this.
and you would collect the whole book. And I
Right.
remember like there's guys that would have like 6 like episodes basically.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you would trade them. Like, I remember like stupid shit like that. Like, that was fun.
Yeah, that shit was fun. I think that's why I was watching Pokemon.
Pogs was
Pogs.
huge in Mexico with Pokemon. The Pokemon
Tazos.
Tazos.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude.
Dude, but that's what I'm saying. So like I was watching, I was throwing it on because I saw this Instagram video of Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V.
Who?
Gary Vaynerchuk? You don't know who he is?
I don't know his name.
Gary V's his handle. He's like fucking entrepreneur, hustler dude, has a few businesses. Anyway, he was on one of his videos recently was talking about like a Charizard first edition mint condition card.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, to me, that's like $1 million card right now. And I was like, dude, I used to have one of those. Dude, I used to have a fucking holographic Charizard. Man,
I remember
I used to love that shit.
when the Pokemon movie came out, Burger King was having these like limited edition,
It's like Pikachu.
like a golden Charizard.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't really a card. It was like a plastic
Right,
toy that
right.
it came in like in a Pokeball and everything.
Yeah.
And They were limited edition. Like you could, they only made like a few per like Burger King or whatever.
Dude, these companies used to have like a field day with that shit. Do you remember when Beanie Babies were a thing? Do you know what a Beanie?
Yeah. Trying to think, they still are.
I mean, are they?
I still see them being gifted around.
I haven't seen a Beanie Baby in forever. I've seen them being sold because they're now like collector's items. But I remember McDonald's got on the Beanie Baby train.
Well, first of all, old McDonald's like Happy Meal toys, they go for money, dude.
So that's what I'm talking about. Is that they got on the Beanie Baby Happy Meal train, and there are some like rare McDonald's exclusive Beanie Babies that a lot of money,
fucking Grimace and shit,
a lot of fucking money, dude. Where it's just like, I was looking at my parents' house. This was years ago when I first
digging through crates.
Yeah, dude. I was
like,
we have something, right? Like, where are the Beanie Babies at, dude? It's crazy. I was looking for my old Pokemon cards too, and
Garbage Pail Kids.
Dude, I never had Garbage Pail Kids, but I knew I had some legit Pokemon cards, and I couldn't find them, dude.
We had Pokemon cards. Had no idea how to play the game. We just had them.
Yeah, I think I played maybe once, and I was like, I just kind of like looking at it.
Yeah, I was like, no idea.
Yeah, like look at he's blowing fire.
Yeah. I remember one time Goosebumps used to have cards as well.
I never knew that. I used to read those exclusively.
No, so Goosebumps would have cards, and they were like the horror characters, you know?
Yeah. The Dummy was my favorite one.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was like a card game or if you just collected them, but we created games for them, dude. Like, dude, this guy kills this guy because he's got fucking chains. Like,
yeah, dude. That's the funny shit with kids is that like they'll just make up anything all the time. You're like, what? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
What childhood game did you remember playing that you would fear playing now as an adult?
Like, because it's dangerous?
Or just whatever, like fucking Buck and shit. Like, you ever played Buck?
I don't even know what Buck is. What is that? What's Buck?
I learned it actually.
Sounds pretty racist and Asian.
I learned this when I was going to the sports program with George over the summer. And yeah, I used to hate playing this game because everyone.
What kind of camp was it?
Let me just finish the statement and you can get this. I used to hate playing this at this program because everyone was significantly heavier than I was. And
it was fat camp, dude. That's why.
And I was the only skinny kid at fat camp. And yeah, so basically, everyone
motherfucking gain weight since he's been here.
everyone. It's shoulders to hip. So you crouch down and you're making a chain.
Okay.
So like
I get it.
Someone's hips.
My mic.
Yeah, you're grabbing someone's hips and then you're basically making a chain.
Yeah.
And what people have to do is they have to run and jump and land sitting on you to see if whoever breaks the chain. To see how many people.
Dude, that is super fucking. Well, you could do that as a kid because you're so light.
That's what I'm saying. So
but those kids are fat.
Yeah, so I was like, I hated playing that there because.
Again, you're the smallest.
I was the smallest. Again, we never played this in Mexico.
Right. This is some white people shit.
Yeah, so I remember like they were like, we're gonna play Buck, and I was like, what's that? And they're like, just stand right here. And then it's almost like if they specifically knew to go for me.
Well, yeah,
because the chain was gonna break. Yeah,
the weak
link in the chain.
Yeah.
So I just remembered like just a pinky, dude. My pinky is broken. It's
from this game. I thought that shit was from like martial arts.
No. So this pinky's broken because
this fat kids broke your pinky.
we weren't playing Buck. We were about to play Buck.
Okay.
And what they would do is in the morning, like at 6 a.m, they would feed us like cereal and shit. And, you know, like they would just like
feel like you're on a farm, dude. Like you're a farmhand.
And then they would like make us run. Like they would just stand like fucking do laps. And then I remember like we were doing not suicides, like running just from one extreme of the fucking field to the other.
Sprints.
And I did one of those clumsy things that I'm assuming happens to a lot of people, is that I tripped over my own foot.
It happens.
And
the best of us, baby.
And I fell and I like landed on my hand And at that point, like George thought I was playing around. And he goes, dog pile. And everyone jumps on me, dude.
Shit.
And I'm like, ah. And I just remember like I lift up my hand to like yell at George, like, why'd you do that? And I looked at my pinky. It was like, it was literally like that, dude. And I was just like, ah. Oh my God, yeah. And they just like, I remember the guy was like eating one of those like Uncrustable sandwiches.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh shit. And he runs up to me and he goes, what's wrong? And I go, I think I broke my finger. And he goes, it's not broken. And like he tried like taping them together. And I was just like, it hurts. And he's like, no, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. He's like, we'll just get you to the nurse real quick.
Dude, these fat kids broke your pinky. That's so brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't breathe.
Well, yeah. That's, dude, at the bottom of dog pile was the worst.
That dog pile was one of them.
Oh, yeah. I'm assuming.
I was going to say, look it up on YouTube what buck is, just so you can have an idea.
Buck.
Or just Google it right now, I guess. Buck the game.
Buck game. Here you go. Game guy plays Buck. Here, let's just Wikipedia it. This is
How ancient does it go? Like, wait, also known as Johnny on a Pony.
what the fuck? Okay, so one version of the game is played when one player climbs another's back, and the climber guesses the number of certain objects out of sight. Are you sure this is called Buck? To build large piles, possibly cause supporting players to collapse.
Yeah, see, with that
Here we
kid's
go.
too, yeah.
Here we go.
See that's Buck.
Okay, so I feel like there was more rules to the game, but you guys were just like, let's fucking jump on each other.
No, go more primitive. Go on YouTube. Just look at some people doing it in real
Look at the
time.
enjoyment of this guy.
Yeah, look at the guy next to him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit.
Look how intense this woman is. This, by the way, looks like it's from the 90s.
Yeah, or like 2002
Yeah,
when the movie Van Wilder came out.
right. Ooh, that's too much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
let's
click
fuck
that.
it. I'll just click this right
In
now.
real time, we need to see it in action.
Game guy plays Buck. Yeah, there it is. That's your shit. This got me so burpy. Yeah, that's what you're talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have to break the line. Yeah. So imagine me at the bottom of that.
Right. These fatties can barely get.
And some people land hard, dude.
Yeah, see, I feel like
Okay.
someone like me and you, we're not gonna break shit. We're not gonna have that much weight.
There's ways to cheat to break it. I mean, you fondle people basically.
Oh, so like, so what happens when you land on top of the person? Like, how long before you fall off? You have to hold on. And
You have to hold
they
on.
buck you off.
No. So the way that I remember is you jump, you land,
Yeah.
and if you didn't break the chain, then you stay on, and then another person jumps and lands. And then it's how many people it takes to break the chain.
Okay.
But
okay.
there was one motherfucker
I
that
kind of want to play now.
yeah, there's one motherfucker that you're like, oh, this fucker's jumping first. He's like, I'm definitely good. Like, it's gonna go down now.
Right. I'm kind of down.
Yeah, like some people land hard. Some people like land with their knees. Like it's dude. Yeah, and then when you're holding on, because if you didn't break it, you have to wait for someone else to break it.
Right, and then they're gonna land on you.
So when you're holding on, you're fondling. Well, again, like to break the chain.
Yeah.
Do what it takes.
Yeah.
I'm not fully aroused when I'm doing it. But
You do what it takes, dude.
do what it takes. Yeah.
They're like, are you got a boner right now?
Don't ruin this for me.
Wow.
So-
Yeah, I never played like Red Rover. You can get hurt. Do you remember that game?
Red Rover.
Is that too white for
Yeah, I
you?
was like Red Rover.
What's
that?
It was Red Rover let fucking Oliver come over. You never seen that? It's also like a chain game. So you would either hold hands or interlock arms, just like form like a wall, and then the other team would form a wall as well, and it would basically you would say Red Rover, let, like I said, Oliver come over, and that person you would charge as hard as you can, try to break that chain, like boom, like hit, like run full speed.
You can't just like drop kick someone in the face.
No, because you're going for their arms because that's where they're linked. Like, I guess you could run right at someone,
Yeah.
but like you would always go for the alarms to break the link. And so that's kind of a dangerous game too.
I was gonna say, how many like
That's what I'm
dislocated
saying,
elbows
dude.
or something? Like,
That's what I'm saying is like that was a game that like you're right. Like if there's a game that's dangerous as a kid, like you're to do that now, like fuck that.
yeah, someone's really gonna
Yeah.
get fucking hurt. Yeah.
It's like we're linked and it's like let fucking this 250-pound guy come over here like, oh god.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And you just have to let him do it too.
Yeah, exactly.
In hopes.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Again, when you're a kid, you're lighter. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
that. But there's always that one heavy motherfucker, dude.
Exactly. There's this kid. I don't know how to say his last name, but his name was Dan. I shit you not, dude. In the 8th grade, well, he was in class with us from like 5th grade to 8th grade, and I swear by the time it was 8th grade, the dude was already 2+ for sure,
Jeez.
like for sure,
Big boy.
big dude.
Big boy.
And it was just like, let Dan come over, and you're all, oh god,
It's like,
Like,
don't come here.
yeah, no, please choose the other side of the link, dude. Yeah, dude, it was a lot of girth. A lot of girth.
It's like a Mini Cooper doing 25.
Exactly, dude. I was like, fuck, man. That was the first time I realized about size discrepancy because I was always under the impression like,
We're all the same.
yeah, like we're all the same. I'm tough. I know how to do
Mhm.
shit. And him and I got into like a
Scuffle.
scuffle. That's good. It wasn't like a full on fight, but it was like a scuffle. And I was like, I can fucking take this guy. And then when I realized how easy
He picked you up.
he picked me up. Yeah, because he's so used to pulling like 3 of me,
Mhm.
you know, because that's what he carries anyway. That it was like when he grabbed the hold of me, I was like, what's happening right now?
You go for a ride, boy.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, dude. That's what, I was like, holy shit. And that's when I realized, okay, if I have to go again, I've got to box his
Yeah.
ears or something. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Like,
holy shit.
yeah.
Fuck. I'm trying to think of another dangerous childhood game, dude, because there was a lot.
Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least you could dodge it. But if you get hit,
The way we play, because we call it quemados. So
that doesn't even translate at all.
I know that's what we play. Yeah, quemados. And I remember one summer, all our balls were flat with like they were stabbed or something. Like something like there was.
So did you light them on fire? And this now makes more sense.
No. So we're like, fuck it. We need a ball to play. What the fuck are we gonna do?
Yeah.
And beautiful mind in this town in Rosarito in La Mazatlan, he comes up to me and he goes, I got an idea. He goes, I got like 3 pesos. And I was like, I got like 3 pesos. And like, we all accumulated like 15 pesos. We went down to the
That's nothing.
we went down to the stationery store.
Yeah.
And we got a bag of party balloons. No, not party balloons. Like, you know, like the little ones that like
Water balloons?
I guess, but like, you know, like they're shorter. They're not not like yeah. So we got, I guess, water balloons.
Yeah, those are water balloons.
Yeah.
Then you fill them up with water.
Yeah, so we got a bag of that.
Yeah.
And we filled one balloon, and then we just like did layers with the entire bag.
Oh, okay. So it was sturdy.
So it was sturdy, and yeah, dude, and we would fucking chuck that, and it was like it almost felt like a full on like rubber ball.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, that shit would hurt.
And it would hurt, yeah. And we would play dodgeball with that, dude. Fuck that, dude.
Dude, that used to be my game, man. I used to love that shit in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking like it would be PE days, and that was the game I loved most. Like sometimes we play kickball. That was okay. Kickball was okay. It was fun, but it's like a combination of just like soccer and baseball.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, this is cool. But dodgeball, I was like, hell yeah. I was always much more of someone that could throw than kick.
I was always more of a kicker.
Yeah, like I don't have that much power in my kicks. So I was like, whatever. But I can throw. And I was accurate. So I was like, this is fun. Like, I'm gonna fucking whip this shit at people.
I don't know. I like the psychological aspect of kickball.
What psychological aspect?
Where it's like, oh fuck, Jimmy's going up to the plate, dude.
Right.
I gotta scoot back. Or if you want to toy with them,
okay.
it's like, oh, this guy's a piece of shit. Everyone scoot in.
Right. Okay, so here's the difference, I think, in why I liked dodgeball over kickball in middle school.
More direct.
Well, it's more but kickball was basically unisex. Whereas dodgeball, they basically said, no, boys are playing dodgeball with boys and the girls do their own thing.
Not in my school.
Yeah. And so when we played kickball, it was all inclusive. And so you'd have girls that like fucking kick horribly, right? So it became boring because they'd be like, you know, and then like the ball would go like 2 feet. And so I'd be standing there like, this is fucking annoying. Whereas like dodgeball, since it was amongst the boys, it was like, we're headhunting too.
We're primal, yeah.
Yeah, like we were going hard, and I was like, all right, let's do this, dude. Like this shit was fun. Like there were fights that broke out. The PE teacher would be like, wait, like blowing the way, like wait. Yeah, like hardcore.
It just reminds me of the Patrice O'Neal bit where he was like, we used to do an Indian hump dance circle. We never held hands with the other team and prayed. It was like we would take his socks and with what did he say? We would tie his socks around our helmet to intimidate the other team.
R.I.P. Patrice. Yeah, man, fucking dodgeball was the shit. Dodgeball was like that would like make my days, dude. When I go to middle school and be like PE, so we're gonna play dodgeball. I'd be like, oh, dude, I finally fucking gets a nail Dave in the face. You picked me up. I'm gonna nail you right in the face, dude. Yeah, like I just fucking loved it. Because there were like two. We'd have like 3 or 4 balls. There were 2 that were like kind of big, but then there was one that was like you could palm.
Oh,
and that was the one I'm like,
yeah.
And I could like put a spin on it, so it would like if they ran this way, I would throw it, but it would follow them.
Oh,
like I was a pitcher, and I'd be like, all right, this is gonna be fun because I'd get this ball and I'd be like, whoo, and it would go, and it would like follow them. Yeah, that shit was fun.
I would never play dodgeball now with like imagine playing with like MLB pitchers. Dude, imagine.
They would wreck them or quarterbacks would wreck your life, dude.
I feel more of a pitcher because like imagine like you're seeing the ball coming at you and it just sinks, dude.
Yeah. But yeah,
like,
so
you're holding it right in the genitals, dude.
Right. Dude, this is so funny because when I was a white belt and I was still at Gracie Umaita, we used to have little balls like that. Not like dodgeball, but they were
like a foam ball.
Kind of, but a little bit harder where like if it hit, like it would sting a bit. And I remember one Friday after class, this happened a couple times. Johnny would separate the class. He'd be like, we're gonna do dodgeball. We're like, what? And he would separate the classes like jiu-jitsu's over. We're gonna have some fun. Grab these balls. And he's like, half the class over here, half the class over there. And we would just play dodgeball. And I was all, dude, this is fucking fun. I haven't played since middle school, dude. And we was like adults fucking whipping it at each other. Yeah, that shit was funny. Then Johnny would join us.
I was gonna say, would that be intimidating? Like imagine like the line, like you bend down and pick up a ball, like, and you look up and he's just standing over you with like a ball in his hand, like run.
Yeah, that shit was funny. We don't play. I'm gonna bring that up to him and be like, "Hey, let's play dodgeball."
Especially in your fucking studio, it's huge,
dude. It would be it was bigger than the Gracie one, so it would be so much fun to do it. I'll fucking bring that shit up tomorrow. That shit's fun. Dude, I fucking hurt my hip again on Friday.
I'm trying to.
I was feeling good, and then all of a sudden, like during the roll, it just like. It wasn't as bad as when I did it at your place, but it tweaked, and I was like, "Motherfucker!"
I was gonna say that my body's bruised up from Omar, dude.
Yeah, dude. When you go up against guys that are heavy and they and you don't know how to sweep them or like I said, try to play a different guard where you push them away, dude. Dude, it beats your body up. It really like, fucking does.
Almost my not my groin, but like. Here on my thighs, bruises, dude.
Yeah,
bruises from him like trying to break my guard open.
Yeah, because he's like that. Yeah. I mean, I was going, when I was a white belt too, going against guys his size or even heavier, and I was always playing. I even tried playing rubber guard too, which makes them even tighter. And I just got so used to like, all right, well, I'm not gonna give them space. I was doing like a lot of shit you were doing, where I was just like.
Holding them in.
And getting them tight where they would be uncomfortable. But dude, it's so much pressure on your back, your
Mhm.
neck, everything, where it's just like they're forcing you into the ground.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is
It's
this is not sustainable.
Yeah.
I need to figure something out.
Speaking of that, I bought myself a lumbar pillow for my car. Helps with my posture. I've noticed that
Yeah.
having that constant pressure on like that little bend
Yeah,
in the spine. Fuck, dude.
It works wonders.
It helped me out so much because again, after that Omar roll, I was hurting, dude.
Yeah.
I was like hurting to like stay postured.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing it right now, but I usually, when you come, because that's usually where I sit right
Mhm.
there. I'll have sometimes 3 pillows stacked right there
Oh,
for that exact thing. Because I'll watch TV and I'll
Uh-huh.
have it like this. And so my legs will be like lying down, but
Mhm.
I'll be like this, like upright for that exact reason. Because especially when you're getting stacked or something too, and your back is just being folded,
Mm-hmm.
it's just not good, dude. It's fucking awful. It is not good.
I got that fucking pillow in one of those like last minute grabs at the Home Goods line.
Hell yeah.
You know how like they
Yeah.
have like those all
I'm gonna
those
do it right now. I'll fucking stack these right here.
all those last minute like
Last minute buys that
Yeah.
like, oh, hey, you might need this. Yeah, see, I usually have them where they're stacked like this, and then I'll sit like this or something. So it's just keeping me upright. Ooh, was that your ankle or your knee?
No, dude, my ankles crack.
My ankles crack a lot too.
Ever since I was 15.
It gets worse, man. As you get older, I'm telling you, that shit.
Well, mine is because of my fucking coach. Like, you need to be limber
Yeah.
and like overstretching me. But yeah, like it's a constant pop.
Yeah, that's more than mine, but it happens. Happens to the best of us.
It's weird because like I remember when I was 15 and I was like starting to complain that like maybe my coach is pushing me a little too hard.
Yeah.
First of all, I never want to admit it because I was like, I
No.
don't want to be a bitch, you know.
Right.
And I remember I went to the doctor and they gave me like a little X-ray and they're like, "How old are you?" And I go, 15, 16.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Dude, like you're gonna
Have arthritis and shit.
He was like, "You're gonna need like cane by 22." I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
And at one point, I was like, "That'd be
Bullshit.
I was like, "That'd be kind of cool, like
Pimp
walking around."
cane.
Yeah, walking around. Like for some reason, instead of like looking for a solution,
Right.
I was like, "It'd be fucking cool, like an all glass cane." Like
Yeah.
just
Like Jurassic Park, you have the little fucking mosquito.
yeah.
Dude, you could have been like Yoda.
Oh,
Remember
shit.
episode 2? Yoda's like all feeble, and then
Yeah.
he's like, "Rah," and then he's hopping
Yeah.
everywhere, doing all kinds of crazy shit. Hell yeah, dude! I saw Jurassic Park yesterday. I think I texted you guys. I was like,
Jurassic Park or the world?
no, Park, like the original OG,
Uh-huh.
because I own it. And I was folding laundry, and I was just like, you know what? I had a shit ton of clothes to fold. I'm just gonna have it on. Fold some laundry, make some breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
That movie's so good.
Still holds up.
It still holds, like, because they did animatronics for a lot of it. It
So-
doesn't look bad.
Yeah, because
It like when you look at,
watch those CG, those like early 90s, 80s CGIs.
and even some CGI just from a few years ago, you're like when it came out, you're all whoa because it's state of the art. But now as it's gotten better, you're like, when you do animatronics just right, it kind of stands the test of time because like you're like, oh, this is like a real thing that's moving. So I was watching it, and yeah, it still looks fucking good. Jeff Goldblum's character is hilarious to me. That dude is just he's kind of a like a ladies' man almost, you know. And yeah, I was watching it, and I was just probably about 40 minutes in. I had finished folding clothes and eating my breakfast / lunch. I just kind of just kept watching the movie, and I was like, this is fucking good, dude. This is a good movie. It's so bad at the end, but it's great.
Yeah, it is pretty bad at the end.
Dude, the T-Rex saves them from the velociraptors, and it's the best part because the T-Rex in the first scene where they see it, you see the water and it's shaking because each step.
Yeah.
And then like it's so big, it's so massive, you hear it coming, But at the very end of the movie, out of nowhere, they didn't hear it out of nowhere, it saves them. It hits it saves them from the velociraptor. You're like, Wait, you didn't hear the footsteps coming? Like it's all of a sudden inside of the building.
It's in the moment.
Yeah.
I remember when I went to go see Jurassic World with my old roommate Black.
That's so bad. It's good too.
Yeah, I remember like the final scene. The T-Rex saves the day.
Yeah.
And he was like, "That's what I'm talking." In the movie theater, dude. In the movie theater, he's like, "That's what I'm talking about. Big Daddy T-Rex all day." And I was just like, "Black, come on, dude. Like, let the movie finish first, and then we can discuss it." You know?
Hey, listen, he's living up to that name right there.
Yeah.
You know?
It's unfortunate it's his name. Yeah, his legal name.
You know what I mean? It's just like this makes sense.
Yeah. Oh my god,
dude. I remember I watched that movie. I also saw that in the movie theaters, and it's just so. I remember like thinking it was so bad, and then I brought it up to Jesse. And Jesse's like, "I love that movie," and I was like, "Dude, it's really bad." He's like, "That's what I want in a summer blockbuster." He's like, "Of course the dinosaurs aren't gonna fucking," you know what I mean? He's like, "But it's so ridiculous," and you're like, "Yeah, you know, you're right. It's pretty good."
But that's not a movie that's generally seen as like a very, very bad movie. That,
right.
Like cult following. That, like, for example, The Room.
I haven't seen it yet. Have you?
Twice.
What? Really?
Yeah.
All right. Elaborate.
The Room is a very, very badly. Franco did a
spoof on it. Yeah. The Disaster Artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a spoof. It's a.
I didn't see either.
Point is, it's one of those movies that's so bad that people love to watch because it's purposely.
So bad, yeah.
It's like not purposely bad, but
like me with Sharknado.
Yeah,
I love Sharknado.
Exactly. It's a movie that they tried, but it ended up just being horrible.
Right.
But people love it.
Yeah.
Cult classics.
There's though knew it was bad, and that's why there's like a series. There's like 6 movies.
I don't believe that.
There's like 6 Sharknados.
No. I believe that like they probably were like,
no,
this is gonna be amazing, everyone.
No, dude. Let me tell you why. Because Sharknado 4.
Oh, they break the fourth wall in a way? Or?
No. It's the best. It's the best title of almost any movie. It's called Sharknado 4: The Fourth Awakens because it was based off Star Wars: The Force Awakens. And and Tara Reid's in it, and Tara Reid loses her arm. The shark bites off her arm, and they give her like a cyber arm, but it's able to turn into a lightsaber.
You watched this shit? For real?
I watched it, dude. It's so good.
You watched the specific clip, or you like?
I watched the whole movie. See,
that pisses me off, dude. Like,
that's how you know it's so bad, and that's how you know they knew it was bad.
I hate the fact that you knew that it was in the 4th film. Like, you saw
because of The Force Awakens.
Yeah. But still, though, like you saw the first 3.
It's a catchy title, dude. The Fourth Awakens. When I first saw that, I was like, "You sold me. I'm back in, dude." Yeah.
Again, like you see one bad movie.
You never even saw the trailer?
You don't invest. You don't invest in the spin-offs and the sequels.
I invested all the way in after the first one. I was like, this is such a good fucking like movie.
Like how? Okay.
Sharknado trailer.
What is a shitty sequel that was actually good?
A shitty sequel that was actually good.
Or like a sequel to a shitty movie, but the sequel kind of saved it. Still shitty, but
like it was better.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Aliens. You never fucking. God damn it, dude. The first one was good too. It didn't save it. I guess I can't say that because 1 and 2 are good. They're both good. Fuck, man. A sequel to a movie that was good, like better than the original. Do you have any? Like, you have an example?
I know a lot of sequels that are shitty. That like
most sequels are
that
shitty.
Like went straight to DVD.
Yeah, most sequels are shitty. That's why that's rare.
So I was wondering if you knew any.
No.
22 Jump Street. I liked it better than 21 Jump Street.
Really? They're both good.
No, I take it back.
The
I like
newer
Johnny
ones with
English.
with Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, they're both funny. I thought they were both funny. They're not like, man, yeah, they're not. No, yeah, see, I think 2021 might have been better.
I take that back.
Yeah.
Men in Black 2.
No, that one's awful. That one's Men in Black 3 saves it. Saves that trilogy. Did you see the third one?
I did.
Men in Black 3 saves that.
I don't remember it though, but I remember it.
That one's good. It ties it in nicely.
Reveals
puts it on a bow.
Or
puts a bow on it.
Yeah. Goes.
It reveals that K
Yeah.
is actually the reason why Jay's in there for two reasons. Like he
dad,
knew him as a
right?
boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was because he saw his dad die.
Mm-hmm.
And so he basically, from him as a child, saw Jay until he was a cop as a kid. And then that's how he recruits him, because he was there when he saw his dad die. And you're like, damn, Kay was looking out for him the whole time. Yeah. The second one was fucking dog shit, though. I remember. It like pisses me off. Like that one was so bad. Because one is good.
I'm gonna tie it into the one of the original topics from this podcast, from the initiation of this episode. The Men in Black theme song. I know at least 5 people that have that on their Spotify's.
Forget Me Not.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's a song. Yeah, that's a sample.
Forget
Yeah.
Me. Yeah. Here come the Men in Black. Yeah. One of my cousins, like, when he drinks, he plays the song. Like it's his drinking song, dude.
Of course.
And he puts on his shades too, and like he dances.
That's fun, dude.
Yeah.
Like just arrived in Mexico, dude.
No?
So look at this. Damn, 2013. I thought it was even older than that. This isn't it. This is obviously a
The original Sharknado is 2013.
Yeah, I thought it was older. But I guess that makes sense. Here we go. This is going to be great. CGI too. Like Tara Reid. It's like roaring. See? It's a tornado of sharks. The shark name.
Shark. I hate this so much. Sharknado. It only needs Samuel L. Jackson. Like,
dude, that's so good.
I saw.
No, that's great.
It's not.
You laughed.
I laughed. Yeah,
that's the point
of
of
how
it.
absurd it is.
That's the point of it. That's why I watch these, because
But
it's so absurd.
It reminded me of when I went to see
Snakes on a Plane.
Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, Deep Blue Sea is really bad.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
I saw Deep
but that
Blue
took itself seriously. This doesn't take itself seriously, and that's why it's fun.
Okay. See, yeah, I saw Deep Blue Sea in theaters, and when I saw Samuel Jackson get eaten, I was like, "Oh, this movie's not that great."
It happens at the end, though.
Still, though,
yeah, it's really bad.
It's a bad fucking movie.
It's really fucking bad.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. When my dad and I were going through our DVD buying phase, when we had gotten enough letters in the mail from the police that we were downloading things illegally.
What?
Because I was, like a kid from Mexico, like there's no shit down there. So my computer, my laptop had like iMesh, Kazaa, LimeWire, all that shit.
Right.
Or torrents. I would torrent a lot of shit.
I used to torrent shit.
Yeah, and then
Pirate Bay.
Eventually, they like reached out to us like, "Hey, this is like you can't be doing this."
Real legal shit. Yeah.
So my dad's like, "Fuck, we gotta start buying movies." Yeah. So my dad like had like those DVD towers, dude, like filled to the brim.
I think my parents still have one.
With the shittiest movies. Yeah. The straight to DVD bins that my dad would buy because they were
like $2 or
Yeah, they're like,
$5. Yeah.
why not buy them?
Yeah.
So
He's like, we need entertainment.
I grew up with movies like
that.
kind of, but they took themselves seriously.
This doesn't. And that's why I can appreciate it.
Like I'm trying to think of one was one of those movies that I remember just owning and watching and then being like, this is so fucking bad. Like I remember I tried showing like guests and they're like, can we not? Biker Boys. Biker Boys was
Wait.
one of them.
Who's in that?
I don't know actors' names.
I feel like I know that.
The guy, I remember his name was Smoke. He comes out in the movie. He comes out in a lot of movies, actually.
2003.
Yeah, there you go.
Lawrence Fishburne, dude.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest star because I can't. Terrence Howard. Okay. Orlando Jones. That was the 7-Up guy. Remember him?
Yeah.
Okay. Kid Rock. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Bonet. Why are all the stars last?
Because they're not important in the movie.
Lisa Bonet, dude, she was beautiful back in the day.
But yeah, movies like this, movies like,
dude, it was a complete flop.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. It's considered a flop even when you go like just a couple million over. This didn't even go over. This underachieved. That's rough.
Yeah, they owed money.
Yeah. That's rough.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I watched this and it was very entertaining for a little while. I'm trying to think of what other like shitty movies that we like that I know we own.
Fast and Furious.
First of all, it's a great movie. All right.
I never owned it. My cousin did. But I remember being a kid and like being like, that's great. It's a good movie. Oh, another one that he really enjoyed that I did as well. And then he's like 4 years older than me. But I remember when I got to a certain age, he still liked it. And I was saying like, that's a really bad movie. Deuce is Wild. Have you ever seen that?
Deuce is Wild?
Never heard of it?
No.
Dude, the main star is tough guy Steven Dorff. Do you know who Steven Dorff is? Shout out Steven Dorff from Blade.
Oh.
I think it's Stefan Dorff.
Yeah. From Blade.
Yeah, look at this guy. He did those cigarette commercials, the blue. This guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. This guy.
He was the
main character.
He was the main villain in the first Blade movie.
Yeah, but he's in Deuce Is Wild. Watch, Deuce Is Wild. Horrible movie, but I think it would actually. I think we would enjoy it because this is like 1950s greaser gangs in New York.
Oh,
kind of shit.
But the movie's just bad.
It's just bad, dude. Like let's watch a trailer. Let's watch a trailer for this. How are they still showing Christmas? Here you go. You might like this. Look at this shit. Remember that chick? Vicky Valancourt?
Yeah. I hate it already, dude.
Picture West Side Story, but not the musical.
American Graffiti.
Oh, that's right. Matt Dillon's in it.
Yeah, like American Graffiti.
Yeah.
I don't remember that movie that much. Now that I think about
But American Graffiti's good. Look at Frankie Muniz.
Fuck.
This is great. You're loving it.
I mean, I feel like I watched the whole movie already.
Yeah, this is a long trailer.
Yeah. Wow.
Dude, my cousin used to love this movie. He fucking owned it. He owned this movie. And I remember, like, by the time, like, we saw it in the movie theater, and, like, I was like, this is a good movie, you know, with him.
Mm.
And then I remember by the time he bought it, I was already like, dude, this movie sucks.
Yeah.
This movie's whack, man. Yeah.
I would have. I don't think I'd owned that one.
But you would have watched it.
But I would have watched it.
You would have
Yeah.
You'll probably watch it now.
I'll probably watch it now. Yeah. I mean, if I love like
If it's on Pluto.
yeah, if it's on
Like,
Pluto or something.
Yeah, Deuce Is Wild. Why not? Yeah. So bad.
Fucking, I used to love those scary movie parodies.
Dude, those are great.
The first 3,
Those are, I don't remember the third one. 1 and 2 though are like really good.
really fucking
Really good. Like they still hold
No,
up.
the third one, like it's that's when you're like, okay, it's not gonna be good anymore. Like
Right.
after this one,
Right.
but the first 2 were so fucking.
First 2 are
funny.
really, really good. Really, really good. To like basically like even because I remember I hadn't seen the first one for a while and they were showing the second one on TV, like TBS or something. And then they would even have it on Netflix or something. And I got so used to just watching the second one that I was like, dude, this one is so good. And then I watched the first one randomly recently and I was like, holy shit, dude, this is like, they're so good. They're funny.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but was there like almost like a period or a season when like felt like everyone was making parody movies?
It was around that time because Not Another Teen Movie was another one.
Great fucking movie. I mean, it's stupid as fuck.
It's stupid. To me,
like, I still find it entertaining.
Yeah, you really liked it.
I really liked
I
it.
never found it all that funny. But yeah, it was around that time. I mean, parodies have been around forever. I feel like Mel Brooks was like the originator of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, now that you've seen Star Wars, you should watch Spaceballs.
I've actually seen Spaceballs.
You've seen Spaceballs?
before.
Okay. Now watch it again because now
I
you're
know
going to
the
have more
references,
context. Context. Yeah, like that would like he to me is the originator of like spoofing shit,
Mhm.
making parodies of shit.
Like the Weird Al of the movie scene.
Right, yeah. And like he did History of the World, which is so great. Blazing Saddles, which is still a fucking classic. Like if you watch Blazing Saddles now, you're like, dude, this is good. Young Frankenstein, holy
You
shit.
said History of the World right now. I remember back in the early internet days, there was a video called, I think it was called History of Z World.
Mhm.
And it was like an animated thing, and it was fucking hilarious. I'm trying to like think of, it's basically this guy like making fun of everyone in the world, but talking rockets and shit flying over
Yeah.
France. Like that's all I remember. Like
Dude, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen that. It was years ago.
yeah, I'm talking the beginning of the internet, or not the beginning, of the internet, but
yeah.
like
I think I know what you're
the
talking
beginning of my period with the internet.
Right.
Yeah.
about. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen that a long time ago.
Like in the days when we would go to like Funny Junk. E-Bombs World.
E-Bombs World, I remember.
Yeah.
So, dude, it's funny because you bring up the beginning of the internet. So the other day, Sunday today, Friday, when Ramon came over. Ramon's gonna come and do one of these one day.
Hell yeah.
I told him about it. I was like, dude, if you want to come and join me, he's like, hell yeah, I'm down. I told him, I was like, dude, I have mics and stands. Like you just cruise it. When I showed him, you know, what we've been doing and everything, he was there when I first started getting into doing videos and shit like skits or whatever,
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that. And I said, dude, like this was when we were doing that was when YouTube was in its infancy.
Yeah.
Like absolute infancy, where I still had like 56K, like didn't even have cable modem yet. And he was like, dude, that's right. And then I said, obviously, one of my friends that I was doing it with, I was actually more the idea guy, and he was the one that was doing like the editing, and we were using his camera. And him and I, you know, just kind of fell out of touch, and I just stopped doing it, you know? And now that I'm getting back into it, I said it like reinvigorated me because I was like, dude, I remember doing it and really enjoying that shit. And it feels weird because I feel like I'm behind the curve because I was like one of the like original ones doing videos and content, and I just stopped, and now it's taken off to a point where like I have to look up like
Catch up,
tutorials
yeah.
and catch up because it's like, holy shit, it looks like I'm like trying to jump on a trend. And I was like, dude, but I was doing this. I was doing this like back in like middle school, high school. Like this is how long ago I was doing this shit.
Yeah, like
It's crazy.
I remember,
Which is 20 years ago, by the way.
when I was in intermediate school, we had to do like video projects, and these two twins that I went to school with were the masters at Windows Movie Maker.
Sick.
Dude,
That shit.
I remember at the time it was groundbreaking, but like they would be able to make people like basically like fade in and out of camera.
Yeah.
While it was still rolling, while like a scene was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like it was
like magicians.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, like you did that?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I remember cause like I said, I'm fucking 33 right now. And I remember when I first started getting into video stuff, I was around 13. And this was middle school, and I had other classmates. Obviously, they were doing stuff too. And they were like avid paintball kids. I never had a paintball gun, but you know, if they invited me, they had an extra gun, I'd go with them. But dude, they were so like balls deep into it. I remember they made a video, like a highlight reel of them playing paintball. And the music they chose was Crazy Town's Butterfly.
Makes no sense
whatsoever. They're like, dude, look at this video we did. And I was like, cool.
Why that song?
I know,
dude?
I was like, cool, man. And meanwhile, like the shit that I was doing with my other friends at that time was essentially like jackass videos.
Yeah, that's what Diego and I used to do.
Right. So I remember one of the videos that we did was, so we're in 8th grade at the time. And me and my other friend, we had another friend that was in 7th grade. And we tie the 7th grade friend, we tie him to a chair. No, to a sled. I had a sled that I had found in the canyon. Tie him to the sled, but he has his hands tied behind his back as well.
And shit.
Yeah, and he's just strapped to this sled. Then we rig and tie that sled to my friend's older brother's Ford Focus. He's like a junior in high school. And I was like, all right, dude, drive. Bro, and around the corner. And like,
it just whipped you probably.
Bro, so he's whipping, he's like I said, I'm the idea guy. My other friend has the camera. And I was like, all right, let's see what happens. And it's just funny that this high school kid who's like 4 years older than us is like, yeah, I'll do it. And we fucking, dude, he fucking toppled over as soon as he turned the corner. I was like, shh.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. We had no knowledge of physics then.
Obviously, but it's when you learn through those scars and those wounds, man.
Well, other people did.
Yeah.
I'm the idea guy. Like I said, I'm like, yeah, go for it. This will be fun. Yeah, that shit. And then we were doing videos like that. So it was more like jackass videos. And then in high school, I met a different friend who had a video camera. See, I didn't have a video camera, and all my other friends had like cable internet. I didn't have cable internet until maybe senior year. I was rocking like 56K and I didn't really get the internet until like sophomore year. Like, so I had other friends that had video cameras or whatever, and so I had ideas, and I was like, well, I'm going to use you to execute these ideas because I don't have the money for it. And so I'd go over to my friend's house, and we would just make either like little skits, little funny videos, or we would just do random, almost like jackass shit.
It sounds exactly like what Diego and I
yeah.
used to do back in the day. Diego, George, and I would, especially more George and I, we'd make these stupid videos of. I remember we made a scene one time with like the neighborhood kids. Remember the movie Heavyweights?
Love that movie.
My favorite movie.
Ben Stiller's first movie. Yeah, I love that movie.
The scene is a scene where it's just like the loudspeakers.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Wake up, everyone!"
Yeah,
it's Cheesecake Day.
It's Cheesecake Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, like my friend at the time, Daniel, was repeating that line profusely.
Profusely.
Profusely repeat.
Great word.
Irregardless.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's record it for some reason. And
Yeah.
we recorded him just like so my sister had like a little karaoke machine.
Yeah. I remember those.
And it's like basically a speaker with a microphone.
Yeah, and a little cassette.
Yeah. And he grabbed all my sister's stuffed animals. She had a shitload, by the way.
I bet.
And we put them all in my bed, and he's just laying on the bed, and he's just like singing to the stuffed animals. and then he like turns like the echo on.
Yeah.
He goes, echo up. Listen, everybody, it's cheesecake day, dude. And we laughed at that for like 5 hours straight, dude. We just kept rewatching it, dude. I miss shit like that,
dude. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Let's line up some teddies. Let's just say it's cheesecake
It's
day.
cheesecake day. Oh, like we had a psychic fight video that was inspired by South Park.
I don't even remember what episode that you might.
Episode of South Park where Cartman like jumps off of a roof, and then he winds up in the hospital, and he thinks he's gotten psychic powers from it.
Dude, that's old.
Yeah,
that's really old.
So we basically redid that. Diego was like standing on top of my fence on my parents' house, and he like jumped off, and then he was like, "I think I have psychic powers," and then it was just him and George like in the middle of the street, just going, yeah. Oh, Esteban no, it was him and Esteban, and then George like ran into the middle of the street and yelled "psychic fight" because that's what happened.
Yeah, that's right.
In the fucking show, yeah.
That's so funny, dude. Yeah, see, like stupid, crazy shit like that. Which is still littered, for sure, on YouTube. But
to find all those home movies, I was actually so my cousin from Colorado, the Irish side of my family,
right? Which, by the way, St. Patty's is coming up.
Yeah,
so we're gonna get our Irish on.
We got a special pod going.
Yeah.
We were basically because he didn't grow up with us. I barely met him for the first time like 2 years ago.
Shit.
Yeah, like I didn't even know I had white people in my family.
Right.
So
what's his name?
Logan McKibben.
Beautiful.
Yeah, dude. And
so is he half Mexican or what's the deal?
So his grandma is my grandpa's sister.
And is this a Mexican or Chinese?
No, the Mexican side. Okay. The Mexican side.
Logan McKibben.
And
Does he speak Spanish?
No. He's a white boy. He's a white boy.
White. So he flew down here and then drove to Rosarito?
Yeah.
Like, who did he drive with down there?
With Hecky.
Okay.
So Hecky picked him up from the airport, and then I brought him back with me today to take him to the airport tomorrow.
Okay.
And so we're basically filling him in on like how life was like growing up in Rosarito and everything.
I need to know more. So you just met this guy 2 years ago.
3 years ago, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
How long has Hecky known him? Same amount of time?
Pretty much.
So how did you guys even contact this guy if like nobody else really knows this guy?
So we my grandpa's sister, so Logan's grandma.
Yeah.
She married a white guy and they moved to I think Indiana.
Okay.
And then she just continued to it just got whiter after that. Like
Indiana, and then just started going Manifest Destiny West.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And that auntie, my grandpa's sister, would always come and visit us, and she would show us pictures of her family, basically like these are your cousins.
Yeah.
And we looked at them like, but they're white.
They're white as fuck.
Yeah. Like
so she spoke Spanish.
She spoke Spanish. She was the only one that spoke Spanish out of her entire family.
Okay.
And over the years, like I got to meet like the aunties, but never any of the cousins.
Yeah.
And well, I take that back because I have two cousins, Kylie and Mandy. White as fuck. Yeah.
Dude, I don't even have cousins like that.
And they would I remember like certain summers, like some white people would just stay at our house. Yeah. I never assumed they were family. I mean, eventually they told me like, oh, those are your cousins. Be like, yeah, but I call like Martin my cousin. He's not my actual cousin.
Right. So, but these people are actually
these people are actually my cousins. Yeah. So I only had Kylie and Mandy as my white family.
Right.
But then that 2-3 years ago, like my auntie came to visit for a family reunion. She was like, oh, you're gonna meet your cousin Logan. He's your age, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. And then I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, we met Logan, cool dude. He came with his girlfriend at the time.
The one they just split up with? Or,
Yeah,
okay.
and he came back here for some sort of pilgrimage.
She's white as fuck too, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Right.
So he came solo this time. He's trying to find himself. He tried to get in touch with his Mexican roots. It's been fun, dude.
Yeah.
It's been fun as fuck because like we go places.
Well, he's got to come back in 2 weeks, dude. Get the whole San Patricio's battalion thing
Yeah.
going, you know what I mean?
And yeah, so like I said, we've been filling him in on how life was growing up and everything, tying it into the home videos. When we were, I'm the youngest boy, so when I was 11, 12, my cousins were 3 years older than me. We would record home movies, but like we were in Rosarito. I'm sorry, I'm tangenting off. But there's Fox Studios, and a lot of B movies are made in Rosarito. So we're like, fuck it, like we can make one of these movies and we'll like put
sell it to Fox.
Yeah, like we're like, we'll do something, you know, like they're gonna love us. So they were all narco movies.
Naturally, I mean that's what you guys know best, right?
Yeah, so we're all like, so my cousin Adrian had the video camera. I was just there. My cousin,
by the way, you doing this lets me know how long ago this.
Yeah,
was. Lets me know how long ago this was.
and my cousin Cesar, his dad is a firearms instructor. Yeah. So he had like gun holsters and everything. So we're perfect kids with. Did you ever play with cap guns?
Yeah.
So we would spray paint them black and everything
to make it look real. Yeah. Remove the orange tip.
Yeah. So and they're metal and they make noise. So we have those real looking guns in official holsters, dude. Riding around Rosarito on our bikes, dude. Jesus Christ. Dude. There's times where like a cop like drove down and he literally was like, what the fuck? Like, it's like, what do we do? Like,
these kids must be important.
Yeah, so we're telling Logan all these stories, and then I forgot about it, but we actually ended up taking my auntie's truck to make a scene. Of course. Yeah, Adrian gets you can see in the video like his head barely goes over the steering wheel, and he just takes it down the block, turns it around, and brings it back. And we were gonna film like a hostage scene. So they had me like supposedly handcuffed behind my back. And at one point I got scared. Yeah. And I just like got up and I jumped off the truck as it was moving.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. And apparently I'd fucked up the scene because.
Well, yeah. Then they have to tend to you probably for getting hurt. Mm-hmm. So you're telling this to Logan.
I'm telling this to Logan. He's like, man, like. Seems like growing up in the 90s over here is like growing up in the 50s in the States.
Probably.
Dude.
Like Deuce Is Wild.
Yeah. And I think so too, because, I mean, first of all, dirt roads.
Right.
Like, America had dirt roads at one point.
Yeah.
But everything was pretty much paved after, what, 60s? Yeah.
60s, yeah. 50s and 60s. So. That's funny, dude.
Our pastimes was like fucking with tourists, like getting trash and be like, oh, it's a fucking like it's an artifact.
Dude, you have white people in your family.
Yeah, McKibbins. Irish.
That cracks me up.
Irish, yeah.
I want to meet this guy.
He's at my house right now, waiting for me to come back.
I thought he was in Mission Beach.
Well, he texted me earlier.
He's leaving tomorrow?
He's leaving tomorrow. He extended his stay. He was supposed to leave last week. But you remember I was telling you earlier, like how the family just kind of persuades you to do shit.
Right.
Like, when you're tired, you want to go to bed. They're like, what are you doing?
So was he staying this past week? He was staying down in Mexico?
Yeah.
So what was he doing?
Drinking.
Okay.
And trying to work on himself.
I feel like that's not the best way to do it, but all right.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's cool because he stayed the majority of the time at the ranch.
Right.
Which
I still haven't been to.
It's isolated, cabin, wilderness. It's
wilderness?
Well, not wilderness, but
yeah, it's desert.
No. Yeah.
It's desert.
Yeah, it's desert. Yeah. Well, we got trees and shit there. It's pretty cool.
Like we planted some things.
Yeah. And he got to meet the animals that we got. So
You gave him a couple goats too.
No, no, but you got to see our goats, our donkeys, our fucking rabbits, everything. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Um,
So all in all, he had a good trip, is what you're saying.
According to his Insta stories, he documented everything.
Everything.
Like it was a fucking like he was on tour, like tourist. It's funny as fuck, dude, to see like how happy
He was.
yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, so he's from Colorado, or he just lives there now?
Florida.
He's from Florida? Northern part?
I don't know.
You didn't even ask him?
Nah. I just know he's from Florida, lives in Colorado now.
Hey man, you from Tampa? What's up?
I think he is from Tampa.
So northern part more.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he was surrounded by white people.
Mm-hmm.
White people.
White people.
And then he moved to a place where there's a lot of white people.
Yeah.
To the point that I think I told you this story. When I was in Boulder, I went to a little hole in the wall Chinese place. Anywhere you go, literally any kitchen, anywhere, there's Mexicans. And this was a place where you can see the kitchen. Like when you walk in, you see the kitchen, you see the workers. And dude, I don't look like a Boulder white person because they saw me and they were just like, dude, I heard, oye, ¿qué onda? And I was all, what? And I was all, huh? and then like, you know, my ex at the time was like looking, and then she's like, do you know him? And I'm all, no. Yeah, I was like, no, but that's like they knew. They're like, you're not from here. It's crazy.
So you're the right shade.
Yeah.
There's something off about you.
Right, yeah, it was hilarious. I was all, holy shit. Maybe because I wasn't wearing Birkenstocks or something.
Maybe, yeah.
I wasn't dressed like them. Because there's a Boulder look. There's Boulder attire.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can tell.
We gotta go. I
want to go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Well, I've already committed myself with Logan that I'm gonna go.
When?
Sometime between June.
Okay. It's hot around that time.
But I want to drive.
Fuck, that's a long drive.
16 hours?
I mean, that's a long drive.
Is it? I'm asking. How much is it? You did it. You've done that.
I never drove. I flew. I always flew to Denver because it's cheap, and then and I don't know where Logan lives.
Didn't you drive back?
I did drive back, but we took our time. Like
okay.
we
made stops and everything.
Well, we camped in Moab in Utah for a couple nights.
So you can't say exactly how long it was.
Right.
Straight shot.
Exactly, because we didn't do a straight shot. We did like a scenic route and also camped in Moab. But it was a long drive. It was definitely a long drive. Like we probably, to make it easier on ourselves, probably could have gotten a night in a hotel instead of just driving straight after camping. Because dude, when you're camping in a desert where it's 95 to 100 in the day, and even at night it's not dropping below 90, and you're in the tent, and all around you's dirt, you just feel dirty. Like it's gross.
Yeah, sticky and dirty.
Sticky, dirty. Like you're like, I don't do well in heat anyway, so I was
almost like you create a crust.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I can't even sleep right now. Like, yeah, gross.
I'm trying to think of the last shitty sleeping camping experience I had.
That for sure was it for me. That was one of the worst. It was so gross, dude.
I was back in Hawaii.
Hawaii's easy because you could just go in the ocean.
Yeah, no. So check this out. I was in Kaneohe, and they have camping grounds. That's close to the ko'olaus, to the mountains. So you're not really close to the beach per se. I mean, yeah, you could drive there.
Yeah, it's not gonna take long.
Yeah, but it's like to be in the wild, you know. It's like it's a jungle, so you're camping in the jungle. And I remember it's Hawaii, and it's the wet part of the island. It just starts pouring hard to the point where like the entire tent's flooded.
Right.
Like I have to sleep in my car.
Yeah.
And I just remember.
Or you could drive 15 minutes home.
Yeah, or drive 15 minutes home. That's what I hate. Everything in Hawaii is 15 minutes away. But it's such a mission. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's also because the speed limits are so slow.
Right.
Those 15-minute drive. In reality, it's like probably 5 minutes if you drive like an asshole.
Yeah.
I remember I was in the car and it was just stuffy as fuck. My nose was congested. I
Yeah.
couldn't sleep. I had my dog at the time on me. Like, oh my god, dude, it was fucking horrible. Remember I just stared at the car ceiling the entire night,
Yeah.
like staring through the moonroof, just like I should just drive home.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
fuck it.
like is this even worth it? Like,
Yeah. Dude, yeah, that was for sure the Moab one, I think. It was cool. It's just like honestly, I don't really understand the whole camping thing. Like camping to me is white people shit.
glamping is fun.
Well, yeah, that's bougie white people shit.
Yeah.
But like can't do like cuz honestly, so you're hiking throughout the day obviously. Cuz Moab is the place where the arch is. That
Sure.
the iconic Utah arch. You've seen it before. It's
I've seen a picture probably.
yeah, watch. Moab arches. Boom. This is created by like thousands, millions of years
I've
of
seen
wind.
pictures like that.
Yeah,
Mario
this one.
Kart does it too.
Right. So you're hiking and look at this terrain. It's desert. Desert as fuck, right? And it's beautiful because there are different various parks that you go to and you hike, but you're doing this throughout the day in like 100+ degree weather, sweating balls, right? And then you have essentially a shower bag where it's like a bag filled with water and like a little hose. And there's not much water. And so I'm with my girlfriend at the time. Who's going to use more water? And who's going to go shower first? So I'm like there and you're just disgusted because you're just like washing all the dirt off from your head. And then you run out of water and it's just all here and you're all sweet. And then it's just hot, sticky, gross, stinky as fuck.
I immediately got brought to an Aziz Ansari bit that he does. He goes when he visited India.
Yeah.
He,
that just already smells.
yeah, he was like, I forgot how crazy different my life is. Yeah, I'm Indian, but I grew up in the States and blah blah.
He's American.
Yeah, and he goes and he says something like, I tend to take for granted like the luxuries that I have. He goes, little thing about me, I love masturbating in the shower. and he goes, when you go to India, it's kind of hard to do that when you're taking a bucket shower.
Yeah.
Dude, like
yeah, that's what it is.
When we were in France,
I was thinking about because that was basically a Hindu shower.
Yeah, and we were taking those showers. I was thinking about that. I was like, I kind of want to try to see if I could crank one out just to like prove it wrong.
Right.
But then you're just like I can't do this.
No.
I'm not saying I tried, but
I tried. Yeah, I tried.
About it.
Yeah. Dude, no, that was rough. That France was the best, but I would have liked to have a better shower
accommodation.
Like the place was cool. It was fine.
For one person.
For what? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't care. I didn't really like.
No,
we were spoiled in Rome.
Fine.
We were spoiled in Rome because that bathroom was insane.
2 toilets.
Yeah.
Well, bidet toilet.
Yeah, bidet toilet, actual toilet, and then multiple shower heads.
Hitting you on every angle.
Yeah, so like we were spoiled in that one. Then we hit France, and we were like that was great location,
Mm-hmm.
and the accommodation was fine, but yeah, that shower was awful.
And then London, that first shower
First one was pretty rough too.
Horrible, dude.
The second one was okay. Second one was fine.
But the first one was, for me as like an ignorant tourist, I was just like, maybe they just do baths here.
Right.
Maybe people don't do showers.
No, they do. They do both. They do both.
But it was just such an.
I want to go. So
that
do you wanna
bathroom was mostly for baths.
Right. So check this out. I was looking at my.
We were just doing it wrong.
Right. Well, not really. We're just doing it. We were just rough.
We couldn't stand in it.
I know.
So that means it must have been for baths.
No, because there's a shower head
that you could bring down.
Yeah, but
and
don't do this. Not now. We're not gonna do this now. We're not gonna do it.
We finally realized that we did it wrong, and we were complaining about them the whole time.
No, because
these fucking Brits don't know how to make good showers.
Exactly. You know why? Because they lost. Okay, we could say that shit. Here's the thing. I want to go back.
Hell yeah, I want to go back.
where do you want to go first? So wait, actually, take it back because I mentioned it. I was looking at my credit card, and obviously because of the pandy, I've racked up a lot of points again, like a lot of points because we didn't travel anywhere this past year, and it's been basically like almost a year and a half since we've gone. Things are loosening up soon.
Hopefully, yeah.
No, they're loosening up. Like, you can go places. For sure, domestically, you could go places. I haven't really checked into abroad, but you could go domestically. Where do you want to go next? Internationally speak. Where do you want to go next?
Holland.
That's number one. Like I'm saying, like
maybe Amsterdam, like as specific location.
Right, but that's okay. But that's like the same area.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So specific location, I would like to go to Amsterdam. Honestly, I would prefer if we kind of did it the same, where we land in UK and then from there go to places.
So check this out, because like I said, I was thinking about this, and then we talked about it with Jesse, where we were talking about international, where we're saying Australia.
Oh fuck yeah!
so then I'm like, so that's why I'm asking, like, would you want to go back to Europe or do you want to go to Australia?
Well, that's the thing, though. It's different because you're talking about Oceania. So
right. But Australia is so huge.
It's so huge, but it's such a different. Like, you go to Europe, you're going to Europe.
Right.
You go to Australia, you're gonna go see kangaroos and shit. Like,
you don't have to go see kangaroos.
Kangaroos. Eat some steak and
Leibstein. Fucking. I don't know, the roos and the what are they called?
Go to destination fucked.
The crocs and the fucking platypuses. But
no, Australia would be fucking dope. But
right, like, so
it would be. But
what would you rather do? Would you rather go?
But we discussed this at the last podcast that if we go to Australia, it'd be solely an Australia trip.
Correct.
Whereas if we go to Europe, it's a Europe trip, and we're jumping around.
We could. But that's what I'm saying. Where would you want to go? Because yes, you're right. We're gonna go to Europe. We could go to Barcelona. We can go to Scotland. We could go to fucking Holland. We could go to multiple places. Australia's so huge where it's like, yeah, we're gonna be in one country, but we can go all the way west side. We could go to Perth. We could go to Melbourne. We could go to Byron Bay. We can go to Sydney. You know, we could go to cities within there. Yeah. So it just kind of like. I'm trying to get Europe. Like, where do you?
No, I'd be down. I'd be totally down.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm down for that too. But like, where would you rather go first? Back to Europe or?
Nah, I'd say go Australia. All right. Because we've seen Europe.
Exactly. And since I've done Europe already once before, I was kind of like, I'll go back to Europe. But part of me is just like, I feel like I should switch it up though, because it's like I've already gone. Those are the main international trips. If I go back to the UK again, it's just like, all right, I'm doing the same shit.
Europe, France, Rome, and UK, they're all different, but it feels European.
It's European.
That's the thing, like, you know, like, if you go to Australia, it's like, it's going to be something foreign.
It will, but I feel like Australia is going to be very American in a way.
Well, yeah.
I feel like it's going to be. However,
but then again, no, I feel like it's more British. It would have a more British feel to it.
They're British Texans. They're American.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
They're British Texans.
Texans, yeah.
They're American. Yeah. I know Diego wanted to do Japan and Australia, but I don't think that's possible.
That's too much.
Like, that would be like literally a month plus.
That wouldn't be enough time in each place.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, like a month plus.
Yeah.
And I don't have that kind of money to be doing that. 'Cause Japan's expensive too. And Australia ain't cheap.
Nothing like Indonesia.
Exactly.
To be a billionaire, Brian.
That's ridiculous. That's why Ari goes to those places. Ari Shafir. That's why he goes to those spots.
No, but Japan's really, really interesting in the sense where it's like if America allowed itself to reach its technological peak.
See, you've been. And obviously Diego has, but Diego was a kid. I would love to go there. And there's still part of me that if you guys last minute were like, nah, let's just go to Japan, I'd be like, all right, I wouldn't feel so bummed out. But like, I don't know. I also really want. I think he wants to go to Australia. Yeah. This guy really wants to go to Australia.
Because if if he wanted to go to Japan, it's gonna cost him a lot more.
Right. But he really wants to go to Australia.
Then in Australia, it's just kind of handed to you.
Yeah.
It's sex culture throughout the world is just so advanced and
amazing. Say it's amazing.
It's amazing. But sex culture, like, think about it, like, super conservative countries, they're usually pretty fucking wild, dude.
This country.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Japan.
Because when I was in Indonesia, I saw shit that. Well, first of all, because it's all black market. First of all,
Right.
So when I went to the black market, and this person that I was with showed me around the black market, and she was like, "Oh, this is where you buy porn." I didn't know that. Like even like Reddit is banned in Indonesia.
Yeah.
So everyone gets their porn through Twitter. But it's like clips and pictures. It's not the real. It's nothing good, Brian. So you go to these shops, you go to these like back alley places, and they have just walls of like USBs.
Oh shit! Thumb drives and shit.
Thumb drives.
Yeah.
And it's all like a thumb drive has like a category, or a thumb drive has like a mix of everything. It's like you don't have to watch what's in there, but it's included in case you get curious.
Yeah. So you get the mix or what?
I didn't buy any because I get free porn here.
Yeah, but you maybe want to see what's going on over there. No? Then
no, because it's like the shit that they show here.
Okay.
It's like basically like Pornhub, but they rip the videos and put them on thumb drive.
Oh, so it's exactly the same.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like
I thought it was like their girls or something. You're like,
oh no, they have that too,
gotcha.
like the local ones.
Yeah.
But I did see some of those.
Yeah. See?
But they were Pornhub videos.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like what they film in Indonesia because it can't get uploaded without like a shitload of VPNs and stuff. They send it to like Singapore.
Nice.
Yeah.
We need to go there. That's really expensive though. Singapore seems like.
Speaking of Singapore, Victoria Lee just won by rear naked choke.
I saw that.
You did?
Yeah. That's kind of cool though.
She's so little.
Like a little bitty. You can fit in my pocket.
She's underage, so let's not.
Well, she can still fit in my pocket.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but
fuck, man. Anyway,
16 years old, professional MMA fighter.
Professional fighter. Fighter. Thurman fighter. What is it? Is that 5? I was just looking at the time right now.
It's
6:35.
Oh, we've been going at it for
we've been going at it. We could probably wrap this shit up.
Wrap it up. I got Logan waiting for me. He's probably just like pacing.
He's like, all right, what time's his flight?
Like 10?
Oh, that's plenty.
Yeah.
So are you going to work or you just?
Yeah. I mean, my office is fucking 5 minutes away from my house.
Right, but like, are you going to go to work and then go back and then take him, or is you?
I was going to take him with me to work.
Oh, you're like, now you sit here.
Yeah, exactly. But that way he can say bye to Adrian and stuff too.
For sure.
Adrian was MIA today.
Well, he's living with his lady, isn't he?
No, his lady lives in Ensenada, so like it's
a bit of a farther drive.
Yeah, it's like 1 weekend over here and then 1 weekend down there.
Gotcha.
It is.
All right. Well, it was fun.
It was very fun.
We will we'll do this again next weekend, and then following weekend I say we do St. Patty's.
Paddy wagon.
Figure out some fun stuff to do. We'll
get on some like
play like a game or something.
I was gonna say I wanted to do like Seen It.
Yeah, we could do something like that.
Yeah.
I say we do our best Irish accents as well.
The entire podcast.
I don't know about the entire podcast, but we could definitely try to do something like that.
For some reason, because I saw the Charlie McDennis 2
right.
episode.
That's one of the Brasilia. Yeah.
I was just like, we got to implement some sort of stupid game.
Yeah,
this,
absolutely. Anyway, it was fun. See you next time.